Hello and welcome! It's Thursday, which means we're playing Vale. I'm very excited. Yeah, we're basically private eyes for death himself. I don't know. But it's a good time. It's a good time. We're jumping into, I believe, the 4th episode? 3rd episode? Depends on what you count the little board game we did for the world building. But you can check out all of that on the YouTube. Jake and Feffers, where we've got fully edited episodes of the last season. We've got the very last episode going up real soon of Kyol. More info about that on the Discord, which you can also find a link for. And follow our socials and all that good stuff. We don't have to get into all that right now. But I'm SirFeffers, and I'm playing Marrow. I'm this crazy little small-sized rabbity boy. Who is a druid who acts more like a rogue than he does a druid half the time. And he just recently, we've got a base now, and it's in a sewer, so he just cast a 6th level druid grove, 5th level, and to make everything all beautiful and not horribly stenchy. He almost choked on a medallion. That's about it for Marrow. Let me throw it over to Offbeat.
What up? My name is Offbeat Outlaw. Howdy, I'm playing Porky. You can find me personally on YouTube and TikTok. I've got a video coming out hopefully tomorrow. Depends on how much work I get done tonight. Actually, no, that's coming out to patrons only. But it's going to be on Wish and how to use it, because we saw Wish use last campaign and how to use it in proper ways and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, Porky is a guy with a crossbow who lived as a porcupine for a very long period of his life, and he's really not over it. He wants to be a porcupine again. He definitely understands porcupines much better. But he clean with the crossbow though. He clean with it. That's me, Luna.
I am LunaWolfSpirit. Find me on TikTok and Instagram, and I am playing Tink, the barbarian artificer fairy that is very small and very angry. She got kidnapped briefly last session. She's not cool with that, but she has claimed the net that she was kidnapped with. So she feels like that's a win. For that. Yeah. But yeah, so she feels like that's a win. She's got her net now. So
that was a dub.
That's where she's at. So Jake.
Hello, I'm CritFailJake. I'm on TikTok and Instagram. I'm playing Ed or Decad, whatever. He is a Twilight cleric of Biggest Duckus, and yeah, he's just there to support and use the Twilight and and all that. As of now, he's convinced that Biggest Duckus is still real and is just like super tight with death, and we'll see what happens with that as we continue. Jared, go ahead.
Yo, I'm Jared. This time around, I'm playing Dane, who's a blade singing rogue. I can never remember which it is there. Did a lot of crazy anime crap last session. Hopefully that continues. I don't understand how I forget that it's Biggest Duckus every time.
Aren't you the one that came up with Biggest Duckus?
Yes, I know. Yeah, that makes it worse. Yeah, but yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
Cool. And then what's up, everybody? I'm Taco. I'm the DM, so I play everybody else. Yeah, that's literally it for me. I'm not really on socials anymore, so I'll be. Oh, if you're curious, if this isn't your first time here, over the summer, the Avatar series and this one will be getting put up on the YouTube. They're just going to be a little bit rougher than like the Kyol and Terraform ones, but those will probably be going up in probably a week and a half, because the rest of Kyol will go up this week, and then so there's 3 episodes of Kyol that come out this week, and then there's I think 4 episodes of Terraform that come out immediately after that.
Nice.
And then yeah, so last we left off, you guys, Tink got kidnapped by some dudes with the net. Larry, Jerry, and Terry. Larry, Jerry, and Gary.
Yeah.
Terry's my friend, not a D&D NPC. Tried to kidnap Tink so that they could ask some questions about what was going on with Sniff, this, that, and the other thing. they ended up finding an organized group of fellow like avatars of death, who were then quickly eviscerated by two bone claws, which the party dispatched. They then started turning into some super funky, spooky, misty boys and ran off. So where we left off is the party was cleaning up the space. Mara was making a sandwich and druid groving the area and just kind of settling into this place before we take a long rest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, long rest would be phenomenal.
Be apt.
All right.
We had discovered that it was the bone guys were transmuted and certainly sent by some entity.
Correct.
I remember casting Heroes Feast.
Yes.
And we all get 18 more max HP.
And that's temp?
For 24 hours. It's not 10 HP, it's your
Okay.
max HP is increased by 18.
That's a trick to figure out how to
Yeah.
do.
You can do a manual override. You click on the HP section and just put override max, and then you put in your new max. For example, I have new max of 110.
You said it was what, 18?
Yeah.
I'm all the way up to 80.
Oh, buddy. All right. And so that's
Right.
our max. Does our normal, our current health stay at the what it was? For me it was 94.
Well, I mean, you're long resting, so you're gonna
Oh,
heal
true.
everything.
True.
Yeah.
This music's
This is
too happy.
very,
We're in a
very
sewer.
peaceful music.
Yeah, I'm not. I
Very-
need.
Very placid, dulcet tones.
It's a pretty flaccid song.
Placid?
Yeah, you said placid, and my lateral thinking went, yeah, it's a pretty limp dick song for the setting right now. Like,
Like the least breedable song you could have chosen.
living an abstinent, like,
the monastic lifestyle.
Oh, jeez. Shrimp dick don't even qualify.
Off topic, but to answer your question, Jeff, you gain the same number of hit points that you would.
I like it.
So, also, we all have advantage on wisdom saving throws
Ooh.
and immune to poison and being frightened.
noise.
That is real tasty. No pun intended, I guess.
So-
That down.
Over the course of the long rest and, cleaning the things out, you guys are able to rest undisturbed. This place has been being used for a hideout for some time, so good choice. The one thing of note that does get discovered, whoever sweeped up the big beefcake cloud, what was his name? Richard Alpha. Whoever sweeped up Richard Alpha's remains would have found a folded up letter in the pile.
That would have been me. I'm gonna read it.
Else,
You gonna read it? Okay.
Flip it open and read it.
So you flip it open. It's handwritten in ink on papyrus parchment.
Wow.
Well, I don't know why. But it says it's a quick note. It doesn't say who it's from, and it doesn't have it doesn't say to or anything like that. It just says attacks on the facility are becoming more frequent. We're running out of able-bodied fighters. Do you have any men to spare? If so, send them down the path. And then there's it's signed with a stamp that is like a small cluster of like small budding flowers.
I'm snoring loudly in a makeshift hammock of greenery.
Everybody, I've got some news for us. We got,
Rabbits over.
we have, I found this in the corpse of the cloud. It says, that, the facility's attacks are becoming more frequent. I don't know what that means. Don't worry, I didn't eat them. That burp was unrelated. But I do think that, they said they're looking for more able bodies, send them down the path. I feel like they was on to something. And I feel like if I was the planning type, I feel like if I was to reverse engineer what some sort of designer was telling us to do, I feel like we're supposed to pose as the help and investigate this lead.
Oh, there is an alternate faction.
Is this what it feels like for when I did all that meta shit? Yeah, I was like, if this was a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta
It's
kind of
good,
roll
it's
with
good.
it or make a stink about it, and I just rolled with it.
It's good. Man, I'm funny.
Should also check out that secret passage I found last time.
Oh, right. The secret passage, which I didn't forget about.
Mhm. I'm gonna take a look at the stamp while he's doing that.
Oh yeah, I also would have been. Could I like get a read on this stamp? Figure out who the stamp's for as well.
Can I help action?
Yeah,
with,
actually, so Marrow, you immediately recognize it because druid stuff.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't see that coming.
Porky, you can go ahead and roll roll me a nature check. To see if you are you wanting to identify like what specifically it is, or just what information are you trying to discern?
Whose stamp would this be?
Okay, roll me history then.
Not good at this. Nope, that's a 3 - 1, so a 2.
Okay, you're like, it's a stamp with some flowers. Probably means something. I remember seeing flowers out in the wilderness.
Yes, I ate these once.
But Marrow, you would have recognized the flower pattern as it looks incredibly similar to hemlock.
Oh.
And for anyone who needs context, hemlock is it's what killed Socrates. It is a budding poisonous flower.
Yeah, it's a rough way to die. It is a. This would be hemlock. So a poisoner's guild, or it's interesting. Calligraphy of flowers, poisonous flowers. They've got some dangerous friends, or at least they want to be seen as such.
Oh my god, I ate those before.
Oh my god, are you okay? This explains a bit.
I lived, didn't I?
You did.
Therefore, it is not poisonous.
We need to have a conversation later about that.
What's there to have? We just had it.
All right.
What about Decade? Have you seen this symbol anywhere? You're from here.
Wait,
Do I need to roll?
I'm
Do
sure.
I need to roll or? It's
No,
nature,
you
right?
would. So you would recognize it. You would recognize like the budding pattern as well. How in the world building episode actually now, because we all did this. Luna, you made the flower.
Yes.
Did we decide if it got like put out into circulation or if that was more of like a secret thing? I don't remember if the group decided on that or not.
I don't think we did decide on that.
Oh, is this the old people? The make you old flower? Is that what this
Yeah.
is?
You would
Okay.
if you
We like
Well-
just found that and then the game ended.
Yeah, it was only one
Okay.
of the last few rounds.
So I'm gonna say that I'll say it's like not common knowledge. Like most people don't know of the like old people flower. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a bunch of kids running around. But I would say due to your ties to the church and with how closely tied the church is just with the operation of the city, that would make you aware, and you would be like, oh, that's that.
So the old people flower is hemlock. Is that what
Correct.
we called it? Okay. Oh yeah, I recognize it. That's that flower that kind of counteracts the Slurpeon.
A flower that makes you older?
That's right.
Okay.
That's why puberty was so rough.
Seems like a strange thing for an opposing faction to use as their symbol.
Oh.
Wouldn't that bring them closer to death?
I don't know. Maybe perhaps they control life, and therefore those with the knowledge of control are capable of counteracting the tool of excess. But
This
I don't know. I'm a
letter
porky.
implies a working alliance.
Wait, was the letter from? Yeah,
So
it was a letter
the-
from.
The letter The letter was on the body of Richard Alpha, aka Cloud, and it basically says, "Hey," it says, "Attacks on the facility are becoming more frequent. We," so whoever's writing it, "are running out of fighters. Do you have any to spare? If you do, send help. Stamp."
So, is the letter addressed to anybody specific?
No.
All right, so I've got two narratives running in my head. Either this was a kidnapped letter intercepted by, what's his name? Richard Alpha.
Yeah.
Intercepted by Richard Alpha. Or this was a genuine call for help to Richard Alpha. Or, even further, this letter was Richard's and was sending it out.
Look around his desk for a matching stamper.
Because he did say that they are out of capable fighters.
Who had some of the half-degraded coins?
I did.
You did, Offbeat. You're just holding all the pieces, man. Okay.
I was just reaching into shit, man.
It's just heavy.
That's fair. Maro, go ahead and roll me an investigation check to kind of like thumb through everything in the desk real quick, though.
Ooh, that's actually really good. 18 plus investigation 0. 18.
18. Okay, so you open up one of the drawers in the desk after you go through. It's like the third drawer that you open, and the you notice that there's a couple prints in the back of the drawer that look like they're worn more into the grain. It looks like you could like push into them.
Grubby
to open
hands.
a false back. All right, so you end up popping out a false back, and inside there is a small stamp.
Ooh. Pull out
That you pull it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go ahead and you pull it out and you look at it, and looking at the pattern, it looks similar to, almost identical to the scales that were embroidered on their cloaks. On their cloaks and on their coins, they had crude embroideries / etchings of a pair of scales with a skull on one side and a rock on the other.
It's safe to assume that this was not the Hemlockian folk. These are the Stampy. These are the scales of weight of death and such filigraries. Folk.
Okay, so if this stamp was given to them,
I'm gonna keep that
said-
stamp, by the way. I'm gonna put that in the pocket.
does anybody have any sort of divination magics of any variety?
Anybody read the bones? Who's got a tarot deck?
Hang on, I might.
That was not my field of study, apparently.
Field of study was the blade. Well, you nerds were studying books. I was studying the blade. I was studying porcupines.
Can you
That's it.
imagine if that like Ty Cruz commercial where he walks down, was like, you know what's more valuable to me than this Lamborghini? Knowledge. If he was like, you know what's more valuable to me than these books? The blade.
I don't, but there is something I need to do at the end of the long rest,
Okay.
which we can get to later.
Yeah.
I don't have any divination stuff at this time.
You prepare some maybe and just swap out one of your spells?
Sure, I sit down and I start. You see me like making these strange constellations. At first it's just hand motions, but eventually the magic kind of, you see these tiny little pinpricks of light of constellations and stuff.
Like,
What's the spell I'm looking for?
no. Wait, augury? Could you
Augury? Yeah.
Wait. Oh, also, reminder. You guys have your boons of death. One of the boons is that you can take time during a long rest to meditate, to commune with death, to receive vague imagery and general points in the right direction.
All right, I'm gonna cross my legs. I'm gonna sit
All right.
down, and I'm gonna bring my crossbow and put it on my lap. Bring my hands clasped in prayer.
We got death. Death. It is I. I seek to commune once more.
There's as you start to center yourself and focus, the darkness around like the rim of your vision starts to impede inwards and kind of giving you vague tunnel vision.
Hello, Death. I greet you. As but a servant, a lambkin seeking advice. I crave to know where this hemlock, this flower crest, its origin, its purpose. Where might I find the start to the winding path I must tread?
Okay. You no, so Death's not talking to you. This is me. Sorry.
Okay.
You see, the first thing you see is a figure of a man in a emerald green cloak. Then that fades. It is then replaced with the front, like the face of a building, which you recognize to be a bank.
Okay.
The next thing that you see is the sewers, and you recognize, because basically everyone memorized how to get through the sewers to get to where you are, from the manhole to where you are. You recognize parts of the path that you walked to get here.
All right.
And then the last thing you see is the same man in the emerald cloak with his back to you, seemingly just walking into a wall. Like through a wall.
Hey, yo.
Thank you, Death. Our communion was most eloquent, and though you do not speak, you tell much.
All right, so here's what I learned.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, I spoke with, I had a communion with Death. Here's what we learned. Emerald green cloak man from the bank walks into the sewers, a place I recognize, and then they walk into a wall.
Like they hit it? Like they walk into it comedically?
They walk. I don't think there was a slapstick routine involved, but I do believe they walked through it.
Oh.
Thoughts?
Wall, then.
A hidden passage. Elden Ring.
Do we have to
Hits
hit
the
this
wall.
one 50 times, or?
Maybe.
Oh, speaking of secret passage, we've already got one to go check out.
Shall we
I
investigate
definitely
post long
not.
rest?
Itching to go explore secret tunnels. Definitely, no, not me.
All right. Shall we explore? Shall we take our long rest and then go explore a secret tunnel and then keep in mind this emerald green man, the Emerald Man? Alrighty.
Sounds like a plan. What did you need to do at the end of the long rest, Fev?
Do I still need augury?
Keep it on you
keep
because
it
like
on me.
it, just keep that thing on you as long as you don't replace.
Cosmic Omen. Whenever you finish a long rest, roll a die. Until you finish your long rest, you gain one special reaction based on the die roll, even or odds. Even. Whenever a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is about to make an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check, you can use a reaction to roll a d6 and add a number to the roll of the total.
You're supporting us today.
That's my job.
Hell yeah. All right. Secret tunnel time.
Secret tunnel time.
Secret tunnel.
Yes.
Time. Is it dark in the secret tunnel?
Ooh, I
It
do
is
that
dark.
4 times per long rest.
It's dark.
It's dark.
I have dark
Yes.
vision.
Who
Also,
needs
everyone-
who needs dark vision?
Also, everyone who has dark vision and can see me, I'm actually invisible to you.
Oh
so-
no, I have dark vision and blind
I'm-
sight.
Okay, I'm invisible to you.
Well, blind sight for 10 feet. Every now and then you just.
Must I lead the way? Porky hurriedly scampers to the front, crossbow on hand.
Okay, but somebody else also lead the way so we can actually see the lead.
I'll keep him
Tink,
moving.
Tink.
Okay, yeah.
So Tink will be up towards the front because she glows slightly, so it's kind of like a little.
Excellent.
Tink gets up towards the front, and you can just like barely see the back of Porky now.
Yeah. Porky is on all fours like the Bloodhound Knights from Elden Ring.
Who Tink's in the lead and
Porky's leading,
Porky's-
but then Tink's right behind
How
me.
tall? How tall is the tunnel?
It's about 8 feet tall.
So she could be floating above him if he's on all fours.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yes.
I'll grab the middle area, I think, that's all right. Jared?
Yeah, I mean, I'll also be middle.
I'll take the rear, I guess. I'll give Offbeat Tank the other 4 Eyes of Night, so they have 300 feet of dark vision.
Nice. That went from 60 to 300. Damn.
Right. I lead the way and check studiously for traps and any sort of leads and whatnot as we go.
Roll me a perception check. Perception or investigation, your preference.
Perception. That is a 29.
All right. As far as you can tell, there does not appear to be any traps immediately in front of you in the hallway, and I will keep that that roll in mind until you get to the next section. So this pathway continues directly out the back of the room for about 15 feet, then hooks to the right and goes up at about a 15% incline or 15-degree incline. Continues upward. I'm still using I'll let you know when I would be no longer considering your roll off beat.
Okay.
So you can continue up that way. Still pretty certain that there's no traps going over that way. And then it hooks again to the right. Where this is where I would call for a new roll. Directly in front of you, there is what looks like eroded metal. But there is like a thick shimmer directly in front of it. And you looking through it, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna slap a guidance on myself.
Go for it. How do you do that?
I'm a ranger with the druidic warrior fighting style.
Nice.
So I got 2 cantrips.
Cool.
That is a 30.
30? Okay. So you focus in on this shimmer that's making it a little bit harder to see forward. You notice that through this shimmer is the sewers, and it's the part of the path that you walked on when you guys were getting brought down here. And basically, if you were to just continue straight forward, you would be at the manhole cover that you guys used to get down.
At the manhole cover.
I'm gonna scamper through it just very slightly.
Okay.
Poke my head out. What do I see?
You look around. Coast seems relatively clear. There is a path to your right, so you have an option directly in front of you. There's a big sewer grate to your left that seems to lead nowhere. And then there's left, blocked off in front of you, manhole to the right, deeper into the grid work of sewers.
Where do you think we should go?
I look at Dane.
I'm gonna consult the map that I found and see if there's any sort of indicator about this. Probably should have done that before we ventured in. That would have been smart.
Yeah.
I could give us all a buff to stealth if we need it.
That might be useful.
It might be the time for that. Okay.
Shall we pass without trace?
I sit down, or squat down, and I pull out just a little bit of mistletoe, and I burn a little bit of leaf, and I kind of forehead, a little Simba. On everyone's forehead. And now I got to keep up the concentration, but for the next hour, plus 10 to stealth. Let's go.
All right.
I'm gonna cast Aid.
Ooh.
So Offbeat, Luna, and Jared all get 20 more max HP.
Nice. Holy crap. This is tasty.
We went up 40 HP.
Twilight clerics.
All right.
Where are we headed?
The map. The map has highlighted the path that you guys took to get back to what you guys are now using as your base of operation. There is no mention of this secret passage on it, though. It does have a crude mapping of the entirety of the sewer grid, though, which is pretty simple. For the most part, it's literally just a series of grids similar to the streets above it. There's a couple dead ends here and there, but not many.
Okay, so map leader, you can I think you should probably lead the way because
I apologize. What did you just say, Taco? That I was.
No, you're good. You're good. So the map that you found has the highlighted path that you guys took to get from manhole cover to your new base of operations. Pointedly, there is no mention of the secret passage that you guys just used. But there is a crude map of the rest of the sewer system, which for all intents and purposes is basically just a pretty simple grid that's just off kilter from what would be the buildings above you. Seems to follow the streets pretty accurately. There are a few dead ends, but not many. Gameplay wise, I will basically say that you guys can't get lost because of the map, or you'll have like advantage on survival checks to not be lost. And when you come up to turns, I can give you a little bit of information, like if you're coming up on a dead end in a couple blocks or what.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So we've pretty much reached the end of the secret passage.
Secret
basically.
passage, yes.
It just lets out into the main. Okay, cool. So are we headed to the bank? We're going to scope out the bank, or? Because I mean, I think it's about here.
We can go check out the
Points
bank.
to map.
Let's go check out the bank.
What's a bank?
A bank is a place where people keep their things, but the things is only money.
What do you mean, what's a bank?
He's a rabbit.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
It's okay. I understand. It's like a stomach, but for money. It's like
And Porky starts going through a list of even more convoluted similes and allegories for what a bank might be.
Marrow is thoroughly flummoxed.
It's like a cavern for it's like a cavern for water.
And
you know,
these are everywhere.
Yes, we have one. They're like tonsils, but instead of keeping your immune system, they keep goods and services, but the goods and services is money. It's like it's
now
like,
you're just trying to confuse him.
Ah.
Luna, what sound do rabbits make?
They balk. They go.
They kind of make like a soft clucking noise, or like clacking noise with their teeth. They can like make a honk noise or like a grunting noise. They make several different noises.
Do they got
Yeah,
any
they
squeaks?
if they're unhappy.
Oh,
Next time in combat, just me.
nice. All right, so we're heading to the bank.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So pretty quickly, you guys would be able to get to the manhole, exit through there. How are you guys choosing to proceed through the streets? For context, last time you guys were seen above ground, it was you killed mutant Sniff Sniff. You were moving with the guards. Someone tried to kidnap Tink. The guards that were with you got turned into babies, and then you guys weren't seen again.
I mean,
It was sort of my unspoken intention to just go through the sewers.
Can we do that through the sewers? Or no?
These banks have bathrooms, potty rooms.
Well, I mean, there'll be another manhole.
Yeah, but like, can we
Theoretically,
plan
somewhere
through?
nearby.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a survival check with advantage to see if you can pretty easily.
Guidance is just extra D4, right?
Yeah.
God, do I even have survival? Goodness gracious. Yeah, no. At least I don't have a negative. And I rolled really high. How about a 29?
Jesus. Yeah.
Look, maps are my thing. I don't. I like maps. Okay.
All right. Yeah. You put your face in the map, and he just takes off like a bee, and he just starts zooming through the thing, keeping a general trajectory of north. He goes directly underneath the manhole that you guys went through, goes north, takes a couple of roundabout turns.
An idiot. It was just a dirty 20. I don't know why I added all
still
the
works
points
like
together.
this.
Wait, do you have cartography proficiency?
No.
Do you have like proficiency in cartographer's tools? Oh, okay. Or like navigation tools?
I'm good at studying arcane artifacts, but also I need to know where to find them.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm not actually
fancy
good
bank
with
music.
maps. I'm not actually a cartographer. I just need
you
them.
You just own them. Purveyor of
Yes.
maps. I see.
Yeah.
This is my
They're
fancy
like a
bank
hobby.
music.
You anyways, you get to directly underneath a manhole cover that you feel pretty confidently would open up like directly behind the bank.
All right, here it is. Who's the best at taking a peek?
I'm pretty stealthy. But I guess you are too.
And we all stop past the trace, right?
Not excessive. I mean, I'm okay.
Assuming it hasn't taken an hour.
Definitely not.
I'm probably the stealthiest by merit of my nimble fingers. So I'm gonna
Guidance.
poke up. I'm gonna poke up very stealthily.
Hit me with a young perception.
A young perception. Okay.
Yeah.
We're still in the
That
sewers.
young perception. Perception is my best skill. That is a 25.
Alrighty. And then hit me with the young stealth.
Okay, I'm gonna guidance myself.
Dear Lord.
That is a natural 20 plus 3 plus 9
Plus
So
10.
Plus 10.
plus 10. Wait, holy fuck, I did it. 42.
Thanks for watching, everybody. That's the session.
You watch as Porky
Officially
disappears.
completed.
We have peaked. We are done.
Thank you for
You
coming
watch
to our
as
episode
Porky-
of... Oh, God.
Porky begins to like just levitate upwards, and his forehead phases through the manhole as you watch the rest of his body become invisible with a 42. And so, Porky, the entirety of your head is now poked through the manhole due to just you've plane shifted effectively. You're ethereal at this point, and you are looking around. So what you see is you see two guards who seem to be like on break or something. They're not dressed like the normal like city watch. They're just kind of like they got like batons and they're in cloth clothes, not in like plate armor. They're kind of like sitting on a couple milk crates, just shooting the shit, smoking a cigarette. There's a back entrance that has two torches next to it. There's like a barred latch on the end that you can see on the outside, which strikes you as odd. The bank itself is probably about like 70 feet width, 50 feet deep. Probably to get up to the roof would be about a 60-foot climb up smooth stone. Appears to be carved out of like marble or something like that, granite.
60 foot high, huh?
Yeah. Very square building.
Okay. Entrances at all again? Are there any entrances I can see? Or
Yeah,
did I-
you got one metal reinforced door, probably about 30 feet from the manhole, closer to those guards who are chilling. There's also a path to your left that leads up between the bank and whatever building's next to it. That's got like a warm glowing light coming from the street that seems unoccupied.
I relay this information to the party.
Also, time of day, we're cooking at like 10 a.m.
All right, it's the morning. Here's the plan. I go into the bank. I say my name is Robin, last name the bank, and then I open an account. And then I don't know what else. Is that good? I think that's pretty great.
I mean, it's a little silly, but
What's wrong with it?
I'm all for antagonizing, but that might be construed a little wrong.
What's wrong with that? My best friend's name was Robin, and I just named it after the bank.
I think it sounds fine. I don't know what the problem is. I think it has a nice ring to it, actually.
We're all gonna die.
Hearing the hesitancy though, Porky's confidence is shattered and is going to just like retreat back to behind Decade and just like sniffle just quietly. Someone else is gonna have to take
Hank, now you gone and hurt his feelings.
I look to Dane. I think it's time you need to take the lead here. Says the small-sized rabbit next to you. It's currently.
I would probably already have a bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just go check on my own bank account that already exists with some, Yeah, sure, I'll keep an eye out for the green cloak.
Should we stay outside? Should we hide in the building beside it in case they try to arrest you?
Just look like you belong, Fly casual.
Casual.
Put my hands in my pockets.
I put my hands in his pockets.
Friend.
I hold your hand.
Oh no.
Besties.
I will wild shape into a porcupine. No,
Porky, is
I
that
might get kicked out. I might get stepped on or something if I'm a. I'll be a.
I'll hold you if you're a porcupine.
Okay. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, which drops concentration, I believe, on.
Pass without trait. No, it shouldn't. You can
No,
maintain
yeah, it
concentration
shouldn't.
in wild shape.
All right,
You can maintain concentration.
All right.
You can
Alright,
concentrate, but you can't cast.
Yeah.
All right, let's pop out of this manhole. Like very stealthily.
Oh.
All right,
of
so
us.
Porky levitates through, carrying over that 42.
You've heard of Martian Manhunter. This is
The
just
porcupine just like
Manhunter.
bumps up against it until he's through it. He just falls.
Just clips. Clips through it.
Speedrun stretch. Manhole clip.
Speedrun veil.
Is everyone else just like casually emerging from the manhole like this is a normal thing to do, or are we sneaking?
Yeah, I mean, we might as well sneak. Might as well
And
do
we
it
got pass without trace.
inconspicuously.
Looking up porcupine stats.
A giant porcupine, as far as I know.
Well, I don't want to be a giant porcupine.
It's got a quarter challenge rating. Is that within your reach?
Oh yeah, I can go up to a challenge rating of 1.
Yeah, so be a giant porcupine.
You-
You're a medium beast.
Just
You're
don't
the
put me
same
on a
size
leash.
Yummy.
as me.
This is my pet.
I mean, if you really want to be inconspicuous, just do a roper.
I can't turn
Go
into
for it.
monsters.
Oh.
All right, hit me with them stealth rolls, fellas.
28.
Hey, don't forget the plus 10.
Just
Yeah, that's
18
with,
for me.
yeah.
Oh, 28.
18, including the plus 10.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
17.
Ooh.
Yep.
Sorry. I don't tell me these. Okay. No dex. That is a 25.
Dear Lord. All right. Cool. Yes, you guys all, thanks to that pass without trace for the 2 stinkers, are able to get out of the manhole, replace the cover. The 2 guards seem pretty involved in their conversation. They're heatedly debating something. But you guys can slip up that alley and just mosey on over to the front of the bank if that is what you so please. Amount of people on the streets, by the way, it's not too busy. There's not like crazy crowds like there was the other night when you guys were fighting Sniff Sniff. Just people moving carts around, going to work, stuff like that, running their errands.
All right, now I'm changing the music. We make our way to the
Is the
bank.
game plan just for Dane to just mosey on in and inquire about his balance?
Bless and look for the man with the green cloak.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah. I'll just walk on in and get in line, or walk up to the counter. Yeah.
You walk on in through the building front, go up a couple stone steps, walk through a revolving door into the bank teller's office. There's a couple people in line. It's brightly lit in here through some sort of, there's like stones inset into the wall that are emitting this cool blue light, like a cool white light. Feels very artificial. At the counter, it's a nice ornately carved wooden counter. The thing separating the tellers from the rabble from the customers appears to be like this semi-translucent, somewhat shimmering just wall. It doesn't look like physical or like glass like that was on the door that you walked through. It's something else, probably magical. But yeah, it's a bank, so after spending 45 minutes in line for them to go through 2 people, you finally get up there, and there is blonde elven woman, probably in her early adult life, formally dressed. And she just kind of greets you and goes, "Why, hello.
Greetings.
What can I help you for?"
I'd like to make a deposit. I'll pull out like 4 gold or whatever I have on me.
All right. And then do you have, what's the name on the account?
Dane, Vavir.
Dane, okay. She like starts flipping through a Rolodex. Do you have any like proof of identification on you or anything like that?
Sure. Here's my student ID.
Yes.
And she like looks at it and she goes, "Oh, nice. I went there too. Graduated a couple years ago. There's that back for you."
Oh,
And
nice.
she
It's
slides
very
back
nice
on
school.
under. Go ahead and roll me a perception if you want to, like, while you're talking to her, look around for anybody.
Yeah,
who-
keep my eye, kind of glancing around. All right, how about a 14?
14. Looking around while you're having this conversation and sliding the gold over into the account. You don't catch any like emerald green cloaks or anything like that. Everyone appears to be pretty common folk walking around.
Okay.
But yeah.
While she's kind of flipping through the Rolodex or filling out paperwork or whatever, I'll be like, say, I have a cousin. And it's their birthday soon.
Oh,
And they really need a very nice cloak. You wouldn't happen to know anyone that has like a really vibrant green, maybe, or maybe a something in that family of color.
all right, let me roll to see
Somewhere
how
I could
friendly
acquire
she
one.
is. Somewhere where you could acquire one. Okay.
Yeah.
While she's like doing her work, she's like, "Well, let me think. Okay, there is somewhere. There's this guy who's on, just a couple blocks from here. He sells some nice things. It's odds and ends. Sometimes he gets closed, but it's called what was the name? It's always so hard to remember these things. They don't put good signs up anymore, but it's called so-and-so stuff and things, and sometimes stitches.
That is certainly a mouthful.
Yeah, hard to fit on a sign. But it's just a couple blocks up. Go like 1 block up north and then 2 blocks to the east. Then you'll be right as rain.
Interesting. That sounds perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else I can do for you? And she slips you a little piece of paper with like your new balance on it. It says 4.
No, this is it.
Cool. All right. Have a nice day.
Thank you for the follow, Yoda.
Step out.
I am handing. Oh no, I'm a porcupine. Never mind.
You are a porcupine. Yeah, you are able to exit the exit the bank without anyone giving you any trouble or anything like that and return to the party.
Did you find the green man?
There was no green man. I even asked one of the employees in the hopes that they might have seen a green man lately, but either she didn't remember or she hasn't. So she did mention a shop up the street, but I don't know how good of a lead that will actually be.
What was the name of the place?
Oh God, so-and-so's stuff and things and stitches.
Sometimes.
Now, here's the question. Do you think they came that up in, like, the 5 seconds they were asked for it, or did this take
She didn't sound very sure on the name, so...
over break, I'll tell you where that name comes from.
Okay. It has a history. The history to the name. That would be the acronym. Yes. Well,
sounds kind of serpenty. That could be green.
Let's go and see so-and-so, and maybe they'll have stuff and things, and maybe a stitch or two sometimes.
Definitely not a stretch.
I waddle along.
Come here, boy. Get up.
I want you to know that when you get there, there was a very specific NPC that was going to live in there, and he no longer lives in there.
What did we do?
We made a snake person or something. We manifested it.
Yep.
I'm gonna
All right.
knock loudly and be like,
Hello, are you open? Hello?
From inside you hear it's unlocked.
Oh no, what have we done?
and open the door.
You step in and there is just a hodgepodge. It's a wooden construction and there is just a hodgepodge of things on the walls that are like really nicely made. Given the part of town that the shop is in and the state of it, it doesn't feel like it should be able to buy inventory that is up to this level. But there are like a couple really nice like vases. There's pieces of artwork. There's some nicely made clothes that you would wear to like formal occasions. And then standing at the counter, there is standing a Yuan-Ti, full-blown snake person Yuan-Ti, who's just like, welcome to my store. So-and-so's stuffs and things, and sometimes stitches. What you looking for?
Shuffle.
Green cloak.
Green cloaks.
More specifically, you sold one at any time in the near or present past.
You want to know if I've ever sold
Well,
a green cloak? I mean, maybe.
did you sell it to somebody who works at the bank?
I've sold several green cloaks.
To people at the bank?
You're asking a lot of questions.
I am.
This snake person looks at the rest of the party and like sizes you up and ends up looking pointedly at Dane. He's like, this is who the face of the party is? Why is the raggedy small man's with the crossbow?
His
talking?
eyes look several sizes too small for his
Yeah.
just like squirrely. Just...
Beady little skeeve eyes.
Who's the talker? It's not Porky.
Porky is unsightly, so please don't make it Porky.
I am a porcupine.
Just kind of assumed it was Dane at this point.
I think it should be Dane.
Yeah.
He's
He just has
the learned one.
quite a bit of initiative.
It's-
That's all. And, you know, he tries.
This
I
is
do.
fair.
I'm gonna sob quietly again.
I
We were
comfort,
really
I
just
comfort
looking
as
for
a
a-
medium-sized porcupine.
That is a very large porcupine. Goodness. Like medium for a porcupine or medium
No, I'm
porcupine?
a medium-sized creature.
A large porcupine.
You would not.
My pet.
I'm taking up like a whole aisle. Me and him.
Tink can ride.
You're probably
as a
looking
mouse.
like a
Yes.
snack to the snake man at the counter.
big porcupine.
How does Snake Man react to a giant porcupine?
Intermittently in conversation, his like forked tongue will like flick out every once in a while. But the more perceptive of you will notice that it's almost like there's like a gravitational pull towards the porcupine.
I keep my hand on my crossbow just in case.
So, this green cloak. Can you get more specific? Like a
I
time
can't
frame?
specifically, unfortunately, other than it's a fairly emerald shade.
Okay.
We are searching for this man, to be clear.
An honest one.
Nothing untoward, of course.
Of course.
Simply seek a business opportunity.
Okay. So since you have given me honesty as well, I genuinely have sold several green cloaks. And without the idea of a timeline, I can't help. But if you have any other associations that could narrow down the selection of several individuals,
I'm going
then
to
maybe. Also, if I had a motivation outside of
There it is.
Yeah,
Goodwill.
I'll start eyeing through his wares on the walls, see if anything catches my eye. He's got
Me
any
too.
particular trinkety looking, artifacty, old and nerdy looking.
I'm gonna
okay,
pull out the paper and I'm gonna like flick it at Dane. Be like,
Maybe show him the symbol. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
We don't know if that's that could be very sensitive.
Okay, should I eat this or should I keep holding it like this?
Just hold on to it. Don't eat it. No.
Okay.
Or give it. Or here. I've got a lot of other paper. I'll hold on to it.
Okay, so hold on.
Pulls out his
Hold
little
on.
file cabinet.
I don't want you
in
to
a
change your
pocket.
mind later. God.
Okay. I don't know what to do with these things.
Roll it up and smoke it.
There was nothing in your vision with death that was vaguely time related.
No, it just
Like-
I saw the emerald man with the cloak walking towards.
Yes.
Walking towards.
saw
And
the-
then I saw the bank, and then I saw him walking towards stone, and then I saw him disappear through the stone. Maybe he's walking into the bank. Like I don't know.
What was the weather like at the bank? Was it like winter solstice?
can I think back? What was the
yeah,
weather like?
you can think back. So thinking back on it, think about it like a cropped PNG, to where it was literally just over a black field, the image of the man in the green cloak, then fade to black, fade from black, the bank, the idea of the bank, and then fade to the next scene of the sewers. These are individual ideas. So you didn't see the man walking
Timeline.
to the bank.
I saw the
You
man,
saw-
the bank, the sewers, the man in stone. Okay.
Yeah. The only
remember-
thing that was like a thing that you saw happening was him walking through the stone wall.
I
in the
don't know. It
sewers.
was like a poorly made PowerPoint in or something. Like someone got overzealous with the fade key. I don't know.
What do you remember any details about the man specifically? Skin color, height?
Green cloak.
Yeah, but
Green
anything
cloak
else?
embroidered with gold, definitely humanoid shaped, like not a monster or anything like that. Definitely humanoid shaped, probably stands about 6 foot tall. Other than that, the cowl was up.
Up cowl. Gold embroidery. Definitely got
Gold
the
embroidery.
definitely got like 4 limbs and not like 60 or something, you know? Like arms, legs, and feet,
What do you?
and a head.
60. That's a specific number. That's very
Porcupines each
specific
count as
number.
an individual limb on their quills.
Oh,
No,
I
it's-
see. Okay.
Forgets
don't
I'm
know if
supposed to be an
that's-
animal.
I don't know if that's true, but
Yeah,
I
don't think
believe
so.
it. I believe
But-
it to be true. Therefore, it is.
Good for you.
Are you guys declaring whisper on that conversation about your visions from death, or
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sort of. Not necessarily. Yeah.
60 limbs.
Well, have I noticed anything on the walls that might be
are you looking for something of utility or
Old.
something that would be old and interesting to Dane?
old and interesting to Dane?
Old and interesting to Dane. Yeah, one of the vases is like painted. It's like a little chipped in some spots, but it looks old. But it has like some pretty striking imagery of like a representation of like the circle of life and like harmony between like humanoid and animal, and you specifically recognize the pattern of like the ridge line of the mountains to the south on the bottom row. Very Greco-Roman style piece of pottery.
I'll mosey on over, check the frickin' price tag on that bad boy.
Not listed.
Oh. Cool. I will be the best at haggling. I don't know where my D20 just went.
You asking me for help? On helping finding your D20?
I was gonna say, I was about to be. I was like, I don't think the snake.
Have
man...
you checked your butthole? Okay, that's
I'm pretty sure I would notice.
Do you want guidance to find it?
Gosh, I don't actually know what kind of heckin' coffers I have. I guess I have a whole bank. I can just put it on credit.
Yeah, put it on credit.
If it's too expensive. Yeah, I'll scoop the vase up off the shelf, set it on the counter. Like this piece in particular caught my eye.
He looks at it, goes, so the story with this piece, back when the town was founded, an expedition went to the south and found a circle of druids that lived in the mountains there. The explorers came back with this, allegedly, as a piece of artwork that encompassed the values of those people that they met with. I acquired it from an aristocrat who is no longer in favor with the town, fell on hard times, and I ended up with it. It's a pretty piece of history, specifically for this town. Are you interested?
I am indeed. Reference to the mountains of the south. It's very interesting.
I'd sell it for... He looks at it, thinks back on the past. I'm pretty fond of it, so I'll part ways with it for a crisp 75 gold and consider myself more invested in your vagabond group.
Could I insight check him to see if he's trying to scam us a little bit, trying to run us up because we're being pests?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight.
All right. Could I guidance myself?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a nat 1 plus a 1, so 9?
Oh my
9?
god, nice goblin, thank you.
Seems like a pretty friendly snake.
That's one friendly snake.
Seems like he's running a very above board business here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, there's definitely no skepticism in my eyes.
Porky keeps hand on crossbow, but is now more fervently pruning the quills.
Being like, you gotta take better care of these. Not very good at cleaning yourself. Take a shower. Honestly.
But currently standing, toss him 75 GPs. He'll give you the piece of pottery, and he'll be a little bit more invested in your group and your endeavors.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure if I have the 75G on me or if I'd have to refer to my bank. I don't know that we really... I didn't roll for gold or anything, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, just... Do you take a
I
bank
think you
notes?
can put it on credit.
Yeah.
Just be ready for the debtors to come after you. You don't want to end up in debtors prison, my guy.
I'm already dead.
Oh,
that's valid.
Yeah, so I'll start writing up a banknote for it or whatever.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you go ahead.
So this cloak, you wouldn't happen to have had any with some gold embroidery?
So
finish the banknote, slide it across.
Yeah, as previously stated, I've sold many green cloaks, but I will say that the only persons of note I've ever sold a green cloak to would be the founder of the bank Mint. That was many, many years ago. I don't even know if he still wears it.
Interesting.
And then with that piece of information and everyone needing to go to the bathroom, we can take a break right there.
Okay.
Go service your bladder, friends.
We'll be right back, guys.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Dude, you didn't even say 3 that time.
I did.
I know. Just casual Sheen behavior.
Okay, all right. What story? Way back.
Sheening around.
Way back to Fester.
Hello, Kermit the Hydra here.
Yay!
Wondering if you guys had heard about NFTs.
He would, Richard.
It's very unfortunate that Kermit the Frog sounds very much like Jordan Peterson, but it's also very fortunate that they sound very similar because it's like,
have you considered the fact that I am a cuck and that I like eating red meat because it makes me miserable? I'm sorry, not beautiful, and no amount.
Have you considered the fact that you should have studied the hierarchy of the lobster? While you nerds were studying books, I was studying the crustacean.
I was studying the great carcinization. What all things will eventually become a crustacean.
So I don't know if you guys know this. Also, hi chat. So I have a like hate-fueled rant about koalas that I will go in at any moment, like mentioned by anyone bringing up koalas. I think I've given Luna the koala talk, maybe. But
I feel like you have it. I've just like repressed it.
I've never heard that.
It's worth repressing. I feel like Offbeat has the same thing, but for Jordan Peterson.
yes, I have a massive hate motor for Jordan Peterson because I studied at his university and I fucking hate him so much. I don't care what you think. I just have a hatred of this man. He's just so fun to make fun of, and also everyone I know has a sick fucking Jordan Peterson impression, and it's awesome. Anyway, I don't care what your opinions are.
And TLDR on koalas, their ratios are the way that evolution leveled them up is just solely based on the fact that they really wanted to eat eucalyptus, a plant that very clearly does not want to be eaten.
So great.
What?
The skull structure to body mass ratio is the highest because they literally they evolved helmets because they fall out of trees so often because they're so stupid, and then their gut, like their intestine ratio to body mass, is also obscenely high because of how hard it is to digest eucalyptus, and on top of that, because their skulls are so literally thick, their brains are really small. So if you were to put a koala in a room filled with loose eucalyptus leaves, they would starve to death because they wouldn't recognize it as a food source unless it's attached to the branch. And then the reason they evolved the big thick skulls is because they fall out of trees. But the reason they fall out of trees is because like TW everyone for like animals doing fucked up animal things, koalas will just male koalas will force themselves upon female koalas and they will fall out of the trees. So that's why they have the super thick noggins. And also because of that, koalas have like a 70% chlamydia infection rate. Koalas suck.
Vlox, I'm gonna need you to clip all this. Thank you. Dell's on clip duty.
Yeah,
Oh my
koalas
God.
are whack.
So we're in a shop.
Yeah, so you're in a shop with a snake dude.
So
Reel it back
what
in.
we're saying is, next time you polymorph,
Ah.
koala.
I will put you down. Porky will put you down if you're a koala.
So God doesn't
That's your
have
Oh
to.
no, you
head.
throw him at enemies, and his thick skull will like do bludgeoning damage.
Probably just be like a mace. A
Yeah,
makeshift
just-
mace.
Just
What are
hold
the
him by like
stats
the
for a
right foot and just
koala?
whip
Just-
him around.
Let's take a look. What are the?
D6.
Can we get a bonk taco? Just to...
Fuck.
Yeah.
Koala 5e.
You're gonna do this.
Oh my God, it's real.
Hell yeah. Anyway, we're in a shop.
Challenge rating.
Gosh,
of
Tink has
0.
Tavern Brawler, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Improvised weapon.
Go.
Improvise koala.
Fighting a koala,
I mean,
which is not much smaller than she is.
the DMG says that any weapon that is like vaguely shaped like an appropriately sized weapon can be ruled as that weapon.
I don't
if
think
the
it'd be a
dungeon master
living
permits.
thing.
Technically, no.
Yeah.
But who's gonna stop us?
So a dead
Taco.
koala.
Would Taco stop
what's,
us?
what's the difference between a koala and a club?
Or
One
like a
is an
flail.
object.
Functionally, one squishes a little bit, but like still works.
Well, technically
They're both
speaking,
equally dumb.
One is
So.
classified as a creature and the other is classified as an object. However, if we kill the koala, it becomes a corpse and is therefore an object, as Feff was saying. So if we objectify the koala by killing it,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if you just hold the koala first and say mine? I mean, becomes a possession at that point.
exactly. And then you can rule it as a mace, D6 bludgeon damage. If you two-hand it, versatile D8.
I'm gonna make a greater demon, and it's gonna be the antithesis to biggest duckus, and it's gonna be fucking big old koala.
Oh no, it's gonna give us chlamydia.
The colossal koala.
Yup.
Venerealus koalas.
Anyway, we're in a shop.
Anyways, you're in a shop.
So yeah, I just got this cool new vase.
And you just got this cool new vase on credit, which I can't wait to send the debtors.
How much
Yeah.
did that exactly cost?
75 gold.
Okay. What's the interest rate?
You got a 15% APR.
Fuck.
Good for a student. Look, it's good for a student.
For like a full ass adult, aren't you? Aren't you like an older student?
I mean, how old do you think students are?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Or-
it's still of student age. Thank you.
You seem very insecure about this. I'm sorry.
We
I didn't
found
know
a
I was
thing.
touching. I didn't know I was touching on this.
We
I-
found
I
a
Look,
just-
cool-
it just turned out. I didn't expect it, but I was like the oldest one there by like 20 years. It was strange. It was
Okay.
very strange.
I see. Look, I
For
didn't mean
a second,
anything
I
by-
forgot humans and the like are so short-lived. Like, what am I? I don't know. It was weird.
Okay. I'm sorry. Like
You're
look,
good. It's fine.
Okay.
I stared disapprovingly at Porky.
I didn't know. Shut up, you're a porcupine. Prune your quills.
I'm gonna angrily
Sheds.
storm out and sob in my arm.
The snake
See what you
waves.
did? Bad porcupine.
I waved
Now you
back.
went and hurt his feelings. It's all y'all, and I'm gonna follow him out.
Just gonna have to take turns emotionally bandaging Porky.
Hey, Dalton.
Oh man. All right. Well, anyone else gonna do business in here?
Yeah, does anybody else need to shop?
I mean, I'm good.
Are there magic items in there?
No,
Okay. Well,
not on the shelves. Not visible.
Oh, but that's not the question then, is it?
Yeah.
Through teary eyes, I'm gonna go. There's probably magic items.
He's on a dime.
You got a magic crossbow?
We already got you sorted. We
I
gave
want
you
another one.
the snake prays and goes, God said no, you only need one.
Okay. Sobs again and sprints out. Back in
Would
that
that
state of
even
being-
benefit your action economy at all?
Well, if I
You
got
already-
a magic, I want a specific crossbow.
Oh, okay.
It's a dragon's wrath weapon.
Send it to me.
All right. It's just more damage.
Okay.
It's cool. I'll send it to you.
Anyways, so you guys storm out after Porky has another emotional episode, leaving poor so-and-so there just with so many questions.
I'm so
close
sorry about
are
him.
we-
You've been so helpful. Thank you so much. I'm gonna...
Yeah. We'll say cordial goodbyes before we go out.
I do a porcupine wave and I walk out.
What's porcupine wave?
It's like a normal wave, but with a little stumpy paw.
Very well trained.
You're just not a little stumpy paw. You're like
Yeah,
the
you're
size
right.
of a
It's got-
bear with spikes.
Surprised
Shuffling
they
along.
let you in.
Yeah, honestly.
Yes.
Turns around, knocks things over.
Anyways, you guys are back out on the street.
Yeah. So how close is the bank to the dorms?
To the door?
I need to drop off this freaking vase.
You have a new base.
Yeah, but like, that's not for personal stuff.
While we're traveling, I'll drop Wild Shape and be like, I would be very interested in taking a look at that face.
Not like that. You're not.
I
I
dropped
guess you're
Wild
not
Shape.
porcupine.
I dropped
Okay.
Wild Shape.
Oh, I thought you just meant with how weirdly Marrow asked that question.
I was like, I mean, my hands are a little dirty. I can wash them. Damn.
Yeah, definitely wash your hands. This is an artifact, not just a vase. Know that
No,
if
this
you break it.
Spit dirty them again.
There's a puddle.
Don't you have prestidigitation? Why are you making them do this?
I don't think I do.
No, Dane.
Oh.
No, I do not. I probably
So
should.
much-
I do have mold earth though, so
You mold the earth off of his hands.
yeah.
Could I guidance him for a cleaning check?
Yes.
Just the hands. Just the hands.
Slap on the back.
I'm gonna do a torture sequence with Marrow, and it's just gonna be a wizard casting prestidigitation on you to just slowly clean parts of your body.
I'm a little white fluffy rabbit by
It's
the end of
not
it.
even
I'm like,
that. It's just like at some point we need to get cleaned up for like a dinner, and they're just scrubbing him with brushes, and he's just like,
There's the rabbit squeak noises.
Yeah.
Every single scrub, like 30,000 bugs fall out of it. a whole ecosystem in your fur.
just like
actually
screaming
found
at them and
something like
calling
that
them
with-
murderers.
They actually found something like that in Bob Marley's dreads when he passed.
Ooh, F in chat for Bob, but Bob Marley's sick, so he's allowed.
So, anyways, you over the course of 3 hours, clean Marrow's hands,
Yeah.
and now he can touch the artifact. What are you trying to discern from this vase?
Well, you said it had. I can do this later, back at the base. But basically, you said it had a lot of interesting customs about the druids on there. And my general, throwaway reason I came to town was to figure out what happened to the
What
druids.
happened to the homies?
Yeah, and learn a bit about them and,
Okay.
and stuff like that. So some vested interest there, just to see what I can learn.
Yeah, we can cover that. We'll do what you said. We'll cover it when we get back to the thing. Are you genuinely wanting to go to your dorm and?
It doesn't really matter. That's just the first thing that popped in the mind. Yeah.
Okay. I'll montage it. You guys are able to go run some errands. You guys can go to wherever it is that Dane lives, drop that thing off. We'll take some time later for you to inspect it, or you can inspect it now. and I'll give you information later if you want to roll a history check on it.
Guidance. I beat you to it, Jake.
You did. You got me.
I'm quick on the draw. I'll let you get the next one.
What are we looking at on that history check, my friend?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, with guidance.
With guidance, that's a D6.
4.
D4. History. 12.
All right, cool. I will give you that information at the end of the session tonight. Okay, errand running done. You guys have been able to, during that time, move pretty freely throughout town. What's the game plan, gamers?
To the sewers?
Works for me.
Sewers near the bank.
Near the bank? Okay, cool. So you guys can, we'll just go ahead and say that you guys can drop right on down to where you were before. So Porky, thinking about where you saw that vision. Okay, yeah. You thinking back on the memory, it wasn't on the path that you took to get to the hideout of the original group that is now where you're setting up, but it was close to, probably like a row or two off. So for you to explore like a couple offshoots from that original path, you'd probably get somewhere.
All right, I'm gonna explore some offshoots then.
All right. So,
Any check related or not?
Yeah, so I'm gonna need marching order for how you guys want to proceed through the sewers, because once you go off the path, you're gonna be in like new area. And then how do you guys want to proceed?
Porky up front looking for traps.
Yep.
That's gonna be pretty much do exactly like we did earlier.
Yeah, I'm happy in the middle.
All right, cool. Okay, go ahead and roll me perception to do the dang thing.
8, 7 plus 1 plus 11. That is in 19.
19. All right, so you get back to the path that you guys used to get to where you were originally going, the hideout. Looking around, you notice a couple things. You notice that there appear to be footprints that look like they like treaded through the water and then up along the side, going. So where you guys are currently standing, you're at a 4-way intersection going down from where you guys were, so south.
South, huh?
Yeah.
The bank was north.
Correct.
They're heading south.
Correct.
Well, we should probably follow these, I would imagine.
How do we know they're the footprints we're looking for?
Well, they might not be, but they could be important.
Hmm.
I don't know why anyone would be down here unless they were one of us, or they were someone who already knows something.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
I just agree.
Yeah. Porky, if you follow these things, when you get close to like the corner of like the intersection, you notice like faintly engraved into the like carved out of the rust on the piping, but like dirtied over from the sludge and everything, there's a similar iconography to the stamp that was on the letter.
Would you look at that? Flowers. The hallmark sign of plot.
What kind of flowers?
I'm gonna rub on my hand on it.
Gonna rub on it.
Same kind of
Okay.
flowers, or?
Yeah.
Well, I say we're in the right direction. We
Yeah.
have a lead.
Let me give you guys like the layout of where everything is. So with the map, basically, the sewer system is a series of grid work, so just lines intersecting, almost four-way intersections at every corner. It goes in intervals of 20 feet. So every 20 feet, you're going to have another 3 options in front of you to either go north, south, or basically any of the cardinal directions. You know from past experience, based on how you walked, you know that there's nothing of note along the path that you guys walked, and you're basically about to start venturing off into new territory. But yeah, Porky has made you guys aware of these markers on the corners. So basically, you guys are going to be moving from intersection to intersection and then picking where you want to go. Think like old top-down RPG.
Are these little leaves on every corner?
No.
All right. I'm gonna keep following the leaves.
Okay.
As far as I can go.
Alrighty. So you follow that. You basically put your left hand on the wall and follow it down. So going south until you get to the next one, and you get to the next intersection. At this intersection, the only thing of note you see is you can continue going straight down. You can turn left. You can turn right. Across the intersection on the right corner, there is a lever. Other than that, the symbols are too small. Like you kind of have to get really up close to them in order to see them through all the dirt and grime and all of that. So you'd have to go up to each individual corner if you wanted to.
Shall we investigate the corners, or should we just go to the lever?
The lever doesn't seem particularly subtle.
It definitely seems noticeable, but I wonder if that's intentional. Perhaps a trap.
Could be. Certainly not a secret,
Can I
was there a lever in your vision?
Was no lever in my vision.
Can I make a perception check to try to ascertain the function of the lever?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me perception.
Guidance.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm gonna need that guidance. 5.
5. What'd you roll, a 2?
Oh, no way, I have +3. 8. I rolled
8.
a 3.
Okay, cool. You walk up to it. The only thing of note that you notice, can't really discern what it's for, but there's a yellow triangle above it with an exclamation point in the middle of the field.
I pointed out.
Get away from there! That's an emergency lever! The yellow triangle with an exclamation point.
Shimmy my way back to the group.
I'm going to look at the marks on the corners and try and figure out which ones are the hemlock.
Okay. You go around some of them. So you guys came in from the north. So the one, this is so hard. This is why I like maps. I shouldn't have put a fucking grid into this. I regret my own decisions.
It's complicated.
It's
It's
a
hard to
lot.
keep track of.
Yeah. So anyways, I know where you guys started. You guys came down south. That would be the southeast corner has a hemlock symbol on it, opposite of the lever. So the lever is on the southwest corner.
Okay.
This is oriented to where if you were to stand so you could see the hemlock in front of you, you would walk west.
I say we follow the hemlock. And we ignore the lever. For now.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Are we getting past without trace?
We could.
I would prefer that.
I'll hydrate.
Hail hydrate, let's go.
Woo!
I do the Simba thing again on everyone's foreheads.
+10 to stealth.
+10 to stealth, baby.
And a
I'm also
posture
gonna
check.
up my mage armor.
I don't have much juice left in that department.
That's okay.
As you guys continue walking west down this sewage pipe, or through the sewer pipe.
Also moon.
Also moon.
Thank you.
Porky, you see a bundle of decaying foliage on the right side, like up against the bend of the pipe.
Now, what would a bundle of decaying foliage be doing sitting on here?
May I perception check it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Whoosh. Guidance. Boom. 18, 29.
29. You look at it, it's very old, like somewhat decayed, like formerly flowers with a 20. What'd you say, 29, 28?
29.
29. 29. It looks like at one point it was a bundle of hemlock, but it has been down here for quite some time, mixing with the sludge and everything. It's not having a good time anymore.
This is an old bundle of hemlock, I believe. Stinky.
Can I druid craft it to life?
Yeah. You go ahead and you druid craft it, and you see vitality return to it, and you see the roots kind of extend outward like tendrils trying to find purchase in the cracks in the
And
metal
then
that has
I-
rusted away a little
And
bit.
then I pick it and I keep it.
All right. Write that down.
We
Oh,
have
no.
hemlock.
I have hemlock in my inventory.
All right.
Hell yeah. This won't come
Anything
back
else?
to bite me in the butt.
Everything else of note? Anything else of note?
You notice that there is a pattern of erosion that is vaguely circular in the side of the pipe, but there does not visually appear to be anything that would justify that.
Weird erosion pattern. But no glaciers or any type of running water to do this.
Not right now. In this era.
Very stinky. Uh-oh. No, stinky. Let's keep going.
All right. Keep on walking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you go, Porky, just keep on keeping on.
Well, in the direction of wherever I'm finding the hemlock symbols.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you walk up to the next intersection. As you step forward, occupied with looking for the whatchamacallit, hemlock icons, go ahead and roll me a dex save.
A dex save.
Yep.
I'll burn a omen to give him some juice for that.
So I rolled a 14. I have +5. With an omen, that is a 24.
Omen, so I'm giving you a d6 on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Got you.
Okay. So you step forward and you feel your foot start to catch on something and you freeze in place. You were about to set off a very crude tripwire that had been set up there that has a string that sets off into the pipe out of sight.
I feel like I was just cosmically saved. Thank you.
You see
Thank you,
literal
Meryl.
stars inside my pupils.
That looks like blindness and owls.
Don't
I'm
worry
going
about
to take my foot back, and I'm going to gently point out the tripwire, and I'm going to follow it to the wall that it goes into.
Okay. You follow it to the wall that it goes into, and it's just like there's a small bored hole that goes in there. Do you like tug on it or anything, or do you just go up and see? It's not like people sized. You touch the area around it and it seems solid.
Could I disarm it using thieves' tools?
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and
Excellent.
I will.
Guidance.
I will assist.
Hiya! Can I get a help action on that?
I will help assist.
I'm asking Taco.
Oh,
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
absolutely.
Okay. Alrighty, that is a 13 plus 3 from the guidance. That is a 16 plus 9. That is a 25.
25.
Mhm.
Yeah, you go ahead and you apply pressure on the tripwire. Like you grab it and you cut behind it, keeping it taut, and you very slowly let it slide like forward as far as you can and just release that last little bit of slack. You hear the faintest like jingle, a really light sound of like a bell. but not enough to like set anything off.
All right, I think we're clear. How's everyone feeling?
Good.
All right. I'm gonna keep my pursuit. I'm a bloodhound on the search of a scent.
The scent of justice.
The
Whoa.
scent.
Whoa.
Did I mention I'm upping my mage armor?
You did not.
Noted.
Keep following that hemlock, baby.
Yeah, so you go around to each of the corners, and the symbol is basically set up to where it would point you back the direction you came, into the same corridor that you're standing in. So you go to each corner, and there's not one until you are facing the way that you just walked through, back towards where that bundle of flowers is.
The bundle of flowers?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back to the bundle of flowers then. Like, no. I'm gonna go in the room that I'm in and look for a wall. I'm gonna go to the wall where the tripwire was. I'm gonna like feel up against it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you do that. It feels solid. Do you keep like scooting down either direction? Are you inspecting the entirety of the wall or just where the trip wall is?
I'm gonna inspect the entire thing. I'm gonna look at the whole shebang, the whole doohickey.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
take my time.
you slide on down and go back, like staying on the wall. You get to that point where that bundle of flowers were, and your hand, you hit like the edge of something, and you almost cut your hand as you hit that bit of weird erosion where it looks like the metal had eroded away, but the right side of your hand goes through the projection of the wall.
I got it.
Good.
Well done.
All right.
So now that you're looking at this, you realize that there is an eroded hole that the flowers are at the base of, but there's a permanent illusion that's trying to like seal it up.
Ah, I see.
I needed an investigation check. I needed a touch.
I see.
I just walked by and I was like, boys.
That's fine.
I was like, guys, touch it.
Like, flowers, nice. Anyway,
Nice. Oh, they left that for us. Cool.
it's so pretty. Oh, okay.
Oh, we're gonna scurry on down the hole then, I guess.
Okay, so you go through this thing and it's just like a carved out little like very narrow walkway that goes down to the south and then turns to your guys' right. At which point you see that similar shimmer like what you were seeing when you guys took the secret passage at the back of the hideout and it brought you back out into the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that same sort of situation, and you see at the base of that shimmer, you see another bundle of flowers, and then opposite it, on the other side of the pipe, you see another bundle.
The flower's also dead or no?
Also dead.
Life.
Okay.
Life.
Just gonna let them know that we're here.
Death. No. That's a high level spell. I'm not gonna do that.
All right, let's waltz on through the shimmer.
Okay, so you waltz
Stealthily.
on. Yeah, you waltz on through the shimmer. When you look behind you, you see that you're effectively looking like you're just walking through the wall. The illusion persists as you walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you want to inspect the section of wall in front of the bundle of flowers in front of you, or do you just want
Yeah.
to try and walk through it?
I'm gonna inspect it first so I don't just go thump into it. You know?
Okay, yeah, same sort of thing. You start to put your hands on it, you find the edges of it, and you can poke through.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna scootle on through then.
Okay. So this pattern basically continues where this one, you walk through the wall, you hook around to the left, you make basically a very wide U-turn and continue on. You do this about 3 more times, basically dodging intersections until you walk through one last one. And instead of being just like a flat level path that is dodging all these intersections, it starts to go pretty steeply down.
More stairways.
I'm gonna keep going. Keep walking.
Yeah.
Keep walking.
All right. Are you guys walking stealthily? If so, give me rolls.
Yeah.
And we don't have Pass Without Trace up, right?
We do.
Oh, we do.
You guys
You
do.
do indeed.
Excellent.
So yeah, 26 for me.
28.
28 as well.
Dear Lord. All right. So you
I
guys,
got a
26.
26.
Oh no,
32.
31.
Okay,
32.
31. Lots of high numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys continue on down this. It is dark for those of you that it matters for.
I am completely invisible.
Heck yeah. Just walk on for about like 2 minutes. It goes down for about 30 seconds, then it levels out. And you see in front of you about 40 feet, there is an area where the tunnel starts to widen up a little bit, and you start to see like smooth stone face, and there is light emitting from there.
You want me to go scout it out?
Go for it. I'll be behind you, giving you cover fire should you need it.
I look to the rest of the group.
Keep going, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Guidance or whatever.
I'm going to be behind Marrow.
Okay. I'll be a centipede. I just kind of
Nice.
move my
Alright, so
way
you
into
two-
the room.
You two give me stealth form
Okay.
for this.
I can't math today for some reason.
30, 30.
30, 30.
34.
34. Dear Lord. All right. So you guys sneak on up. Porky's staying at the right on the brink from where it would be considered darkness so that he can remain invisible. You centipede on up. You two are able to see like a crude gate that has been formed. And a pretty large opening that jumps back and forth between like smooth stone and like rough cavern side. You can't see that much farther because there's this like fortification built in front of you where there are two guards standing in cloth armor. And then one has a short, not a sword. Sorry, I tried to say shield and sword at the same time. A spear and a shield.
A shield.
A spield, and then the other one has a long sword in one hand. They're just kind of standing sentinel, and this is all warmly lit by torchlight. On the one on the left, on the field of the shield, there is a crude freehand painting of a bundle of flowers.
Same flowers.
Same flowers.
I'm gonna wait to see if I hear him say anything.
They don't seem very talkative.
Okay. And the gate is it like bars or is it like a wall of a door?
Like wooden gate that looks like it would open inward.
Okay.
Any insignia on the guards to identify them as any type of particular soldier, any sort of rank or like affiliation with a faction of any kind?
They, outside of the Hemlock logo, other than that, no. They look pretty ragtag.
Oh, they have the Hemlock logo on them?
Yeah, the Hemlock is on the spear dude's shield.
I will return. I'll crawl up Porky's leg.
Oh,
Guys.
God. Really?
I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna
Forget he's a centipede and just smacks it.
yeah, just
Bug.
whack.
Rabbit.
All right, so plan. Richard was asked for more people, right? By this group. We are that people. We were sent by Richard. This makes sense. I am smart. Does this work?
This does work, yes.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, nice of you to join us, Dane.
Who wants to talk? I realize I'm not the best person to do this due to the fact that I am unsightly and ugly.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
I realized this was my last wild shape until I get a long rest. so
Yeah,
I'm
I was
just
gonna
sitting
ask how
tight.
many more wild shapes.
Well, you get a
you
short
got?
short rest. Short rest.
That's
But-
true.
Well,
You guys just walking out of the tunnel?
Just
Wait,
out
are we
from
all
the
are we all
darkness.
together again, or is it just?
we're all together again. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we can just walk out vaguely, nonchalantly, cautiously.
I
We
mean,
have to walk out confidently.
Yeah.
We got the letter, right? So we can just show them like, hey, we got this thing, and we're here to help.
Oh,
I mean, that was
dang, man.
sent in confidence to Richard.
To Dick Alpha.
So we probably shouldn't.
Richard
reveal
Alpha and Dick Beta.
Right.
2 clouds.
Both dead.
all the same, we can at least say that Richard sent us.
that. Yes.
Mhm.
All right, who's taking point?
All right. Yes, it'll be me.
I'm gonna crawl up onto him then.
Ah! Stop
As,
doing that.
Stop.
Centipede.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't All right, so you guys come out of the darkness and into the light, and they kind of stiffen up a little bit. And the one with the spear is like eyeing you over, and the guy with the sword goes, "Well, who are y'all?"
We're backup.
From who?
We're sent by Richard.
Y'all don't have the cloaks.
Richard Alpha. Well, the cloak seemed a bit obvious, so we're trying something a little different.
We're like sewer neighbors.
Right, but we've had some attacks of our own, so we're keeping sort of a low profile. At least minimizing visibility.
Well, that makes enough sense for me. They don't pay me much to stand here and stare at this hole. Come on in.
In the sewers. You could say it's a shit job.
So he like opens up the gate, and there is like way more activity behind this wall than you would have expected. There is the landscape alternates between like what looks like smooth carved stone of like what could almost look like a catacomb. There's like shelves carved out into some of that wall and whatnot, and then alternating back and forth between natural like cave face. Walking through this area, there's like few adults. There's like 6 grown-ups, but there are a lot of kids. You see some of the few adults are like carrying like an infant in each arm and sort of just like walking around. You see some of them are like feeding the infants, like bottle feeding them with something that's very clearly not milk. And when the guard with the sword is escorting you, is basically like, "Hold on, y'all, I'll go get who called for you." And he wanders off for a little bit. But looking around, you see people all on the younger side around you. And when the guard returns, he comes back with a man who's wearing a emerald green, gold embroidered cloak. And he walks up to you. He's a handsome fella, fair skinned. Was he an elf, Feff?
I think he was just human.
He was human? Okay. Anyways, he approaches you and introduces himself. He's like, "Well, hi, everybody. Thanks for answering the call. I'm Mint. I don't
It's a good name.
recognize any of y'all, though.
We're new.
We are new.
Able to prove it? You got your coins?"
Got quite the esophagus on you there. Rabbit. Pull out my
Marrow the
step it back
throat
inside.
Not right now. I'm not a goat.
Oh, but you will be?
Maybe.
Mint eyes you all over and goes, "Now, seeing as you're new, how much do y'all know about the workings of the town, and do you know what we do down here?"
Nope. I
We're
don't.
locals.
Locals, okay.
Well, we are.
We're split.
I'm
rabbit.
Some of us aren't from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coin toss.
Real quick TLDR, there's a rock called Slurpium. It makes you young again, but it acts like a battery. You store it with life juice stolen from other people, and then you can tap into it. If you use it too much, you will continually reduce your age until you end up like one of these poor people. And he gestures to the people he gestures at the adults holding infants. So I can tell you end up like that. And then there's also a flower called hemlock, which I'm sure yes,
What
questions
happens past that?
past that?
Has anyone
Non-existence.
tested? Oh my god. That is terrifying.
You stop existing, or is there like a brief period when you're just like a gross, disgusting little thing?
Well, yeah, it's basically you undevelop.
Ah,
Oh.
can you get it back?
I'm not finishing.
So, yeah, so that's what that good blue rock does. It goes, and then I'm sure you're familiar at least with the idea of the hemlock. That's, what you followed to get here. That undoes the effects. There's no storage system involved in that, though. That's literally just you eat that, you wither. So that's basically what's going on in town. What I do down here, you can think of this as call it a rehabilitation center. We take in people who've had bad run-ins with the Slurpium, as it's kind of almost turned into like, outside of, reducing your AIDS or our other effects of it. And these are people who've fallen on hard times, and we try to healthily restore them back to their natural age. But the thing is that it takes time. You go too quick one way or another, and it has a toll on the old mind. Yes, Mr. Rabbit.
Why the secrecy? Why are you in a sewer if you're just helping people?
What? Oh, man, y'all are new.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can't blame you for it. I mean, y'all have been through it too if you got them coins. But secrecy, because powers that be, look, the Slurpium makes it to where you can do a lot of things, whether it be you can live forever to worship the one true god, Biggest Duckus, if that's your prerogative, or if you want to keep your
forever.
He kind of grimaces and like cringes a little bit. He's like, or if you want to, keep a vital workforce, or if you want to, get people hooked on that good rock and this, that, and the other thing. But yeah, he's like, I've been here since, the town was founded, but used to have a pretty decent working relationship with everybody on the council representing, the different groups of people. But as of late, I don't know, things have kind of broken down in the old government system. People not really wanting to work together. It's been a little bit of gridlock. So, yeah, I don't think whoever's putting this stuff out there religiously, I don't think would be too happy that I'm undoing it. Because also, if you have a person who's against you and suddenly they're a baby, not really much of an issue anymore.
How are your stores of hemlock?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, we grow it. So he like gestures to one of the cutouts in the smooth stone and is like, well, this at one point was a catacomb, and apparently hemlock grows like hell out of corpses. So we've been using what we're imagining are ancient remains, recycling, I guess.
Gross.
So what exactly did you need fighters for? Richard sent us, said that you need a physical backup.
Yeah, there's been these like automatons that have been coming down here pretty regularly. He's like, I can debrief you on who I think's doing that. Guy's got a pretty high profile. He likes the whole supervillain shtick. It's kind of weird if you ask me.
Is it middle-aged man Yosemite?
No,
Damn.
It's not.
I had money on that one, but not really. Who was he?
No, it's oh man, I don't even like to talk about it because I get embarrassed for him.
Is this somewhere we should be talking in private?
I mean, we're surrounded by babies and people who help me rehabilitate babies into adults. So
fair.
Yeah, anyone who's old enough to carry a child helps.
Oh God, what does that do to your memories? Oh God.
Now you understand why we have to bring them back to adulthood quicker than normal, but slower than all at once, because the old noggin don't like that.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyways, there's this guy. He's he works for the Miners Guild, or at least he has to be funded just based on how much like drills and stuff come attached to the things that he sends down here. But I don't know who it actually is. But definitely some sort of association with the Miners Guild. Otherwise, there's no way to get his hands on all this, heavy equipment. But yeah, he sends down these things, and their seem to be sole purpose is just to eliminate the Hemlock stores and then take people. So it's a combination. Yeah, imagine a really big statue made out of metal with mining drills for hands, and then like an ore grinder in the tummy. So yeah, it don't make a lot of sense. These things come down here and they're armored to shit, so they beat the hell out of my poor dudes who are just trying to, do their community service for their jail time.
I see. So you needed more trained folk.
Yeah, because I mean, once that's gone, it's just, again, a lot of formerly adult people who are now young people, and they can't really, soft spots and all that kind of removes your ability to fight.
Well, I guess we'll help out a bit. Maybe help put a stop to the source of the automatons when the next one comes.
That would be very nice. So, and he's gonna lead you guys around, and he takes you through like this whole facility. So there's like, he's got a whole bunch of stuff. There's a group of people, like probably about 5 or 6, who are like teenagers, who their sole job is they turn the hemlock into like this paste that can be like eaten.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically have mortar and pestle where they're grinding up the hemlock and turning it into this paste, which they then add to different fluids so that they can administer it to people of all current ages and start to slowly rehabilitate them. He takes you around and he shows you a section where there's like a part where it's like clearly catacombs with like remains in them that are just like budding with these white flowers. And takes you around to all of that. Anything of note that you guys want to ask or anything while he's walking y'all around?
Mero's pretty terrified of this because he's so old. He's afraid that this stuff would just age him and kill him.
That's fair.
You said they grew out of corpses, right?
Yep.
Are these attached to corpses or are these plucked?
You mean like the flowers that they're using to make the stuff?
No, I misunderstood. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, just here
How
and there.
often do these automatons attack?
I mean, before it was like once a month, and then I don't know, man, like all of a sudden it just started ramping up, then all of a sudden it became weekly, and then we got less and less people. I think as the resistance has gotten less, he's just been sending more and more down. But like, I mean, clearly y'all found your way down here, but you came from Richard, right? How's he doing, by the way?
Busy. He's busy.
He's busy. That
Yes,
makes
very
sense.
busy.
It was all about business, that one.
It seems like he was all about gains, if I was being honest.
I mean, he was forging his body into a mighty weapon.
He's fighting demons.
But anyways, yeah.
How
It's
hard did
gone
that...
from monthly to...
Good, no, go ahead.
Okay, it's gone from like monthly to weekly. Then last one burned up so much, and he walks you into a room and shows you this room that's just like all the walls are charred black. There's not even like remains in the slots anymore. It's just like a room that's just been like scorched earth. And in the corner you see like the broken down remains of one of these machines that if it were standing upright and not like in pieces, it would be considered like a large size construct. And the thing looks pretty gnarly. It's very clearly intended for like going down into mine shafts and just eating up sheer solid stone.
Can
That
I
drill
look?
could pierce the heavens.
I was thinking.
Let me see you grit those teeth.
Can I look at the drill that pierces the heavens and see like
Okay.
what it's making, like if this seems to be like shoddily put together. Is it put together well? Is it new? Is it old? Like,
Yeah,
what is
go ahead and
this?
roll me investigation.
Can I help by mending little
Yeah,
pieces so that he can get more
Yeah.
information?
I'll also inspect as a help.
How about you inspect and I help?
My
smarter than me.
investigation might not be great.
My investigation is horrible because I'm stupid and I don't have proficiency.
Okay, I'll. All right, I'll do the investigation then.
You have guidance from
Yeah.
Jake.
All right. Well, my first roll was a 20, so
Hey yo.
that's a 25.
25. You look at this thing, and this is like expertly crafted. You're not local, so that makes the other piece of information kind of rough. Anyone else who's like local would look at this thing and would be able to infer that it seems to be derived from the Great Drill, that big crazy drill we found at the beginning of the world building episode. Looking at it though, it's really well made. The like clockwork and circuitry and everything that's going into this is like it's honestly above you. This is a very astute mind that's building these things. With a 25, you'd also be able to see like hints of like a blue shimmer that would imply that it's getting powered in some way through either like raw slurpium ore or refined stuff that comes from the lake. Somehow that's being used as a power source. And the drill heads themselves are made out of adamantium, making it very easy for them to dig through stone.
Craftsmanship is incredible. It's like nothing I've ever seen, assuming that the Great Drill is off limits to the public. Otherwise, I would have gone to see it.
The Great Drill would be impressive, but it would also be like eroded and in disrepair. Like if you were to see the Great Drill as a tourist, this would remind you of what it must have been like when it was at its like peak.
Right. But is it like open to the public to see, or is it protected?
I would say that probably like the miners union like uses it like an attraction to get like new prospects in.
Okay.
It belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
Also,
They'd be like,
thank you,
look
son,
at
for
this
the
cool
follow.
thing that our tech's based off of. Like you could totally like learn to use this type of stuff.
Okay.
Like
so
when people-
I've definitely gone to see that drill, so I would,
Yeah.
would at least.
Do you think if we were to fix it up, you could rewire it to help defend this place?
Are you talking to Mick
Talking
or
to
to Dane?
me?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you went to school and all that, so you're smart.
Yeah, but this I didn't go to school for this. I do the spelly casting. I don't know the tinkery.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Tink.
I can try to tinker on it a bit. I mean, I didn't go to school as long, but I've always been tinkering, even without an education. I've never done something this big before, but
That's why you're called Tink, because you tinker.
I love it.
And this
I
whole
forgot.
time you thought it was Tinkerbell, but no.
tinker by awesome tinkers.
It sounds my cantankerous.
Cantankerous.
Tink the tank.
I give.
Be my guest.
I give a fist bump to Tink, which is guidance. I put it here. Yeah.
Is there a class specific thing that the artificer would be able to do role wise, or would this be a skill
Not
check?
sure. Probably a skill check. I have magical tinkering, which is immuning an object with magic. I have mending. Let me check.
Sorry, I'm just not super familiar with the artificer.
Oh, yeah.
like,
I
class
also-
Not
abilities.
either.
Look at that.
Jake knows a thing or two.
Not off the top of my head, but
Type of
'Cause I-
artificer are you?
Artillerist.
Classic.
Nice.
it is a good one.
artisan tools, ability score improvements. Double, you have tool expertise, so you can double the proficiency bonus of any skill check you use that uses tools. Magic item adept at level 10, but you're not there yet.
While we're chewing on that, while we're walking around, I would like to druid craft and just kind of do a little bit of help that I can to bolster the hemlock stores, if you will.
Okay.
Because it sounds like that's being targeted.
Yeah.
While also staying far away. I can actually get rid of the hemlock I have on me discreetly if I can. Because that's...
You just poke it into the dirt next to some of the other hemlock.
Dude, we
never
low-key
know.
might need to get Marrow some Slurpium just to like put him at ease.
I've been chewing on that. I don't think Marrow likes the idea of taking Slurpium. Can't hear you, Offbeat.
You're muted, Offbeat.
Am I muted?
Nope.
Oh,
you're good.
now I can hear you.
Nah, I was just muttering to myself.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
You know how you do.
He might not willingly take it, but someone's weaponized it, so he might just get shot with it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
valid.
God.
Like you shoot him with the thing of Slurpium, and he just turns into like a middle-aged dude.
Yeah. Just starts talking normal.
He turns 20.
Well,
It's like, I feel great.
Just like I really let myself go.
Smoking all that hash.
To be young again.
if there's not something specific that we can find real quick, I'll let you just go ahead and make like an Arcana check.
Doesn't seem like there is.
Okay, cool. So
Okay.
go ahead and do that. Just fair warning, this is the equivalent of like not insulting Tink's intelligence or anything like that, but this would be the equivalent of like a high school student like trying to rebuild a broken down Boston Robotics dog.
It's fair.
I did mend some stuff too along the way, if that helps.
But I will assist on that arcane check.
Okay.
Arcane
We are all just like buffing each other like crazy.
You
That
guys
is
are very
a
adamant.
19.
Guidance.
19. Did you add guidance?
I will
I guidance tank. I fist bumped.
and I will
Yeah.
burn
yeah,
a
so-
omen to add a d6 to that.
Buff. If you use a tool, you can also have expertise in that skill.
Okay, I'm lost on this map. Okay.
So, what's your proficiency in Arcana?
I have a +2.
A +2. So if you're using, are you going to use? I'd assume you're using your artificer's tools.
Yes.
Okay, so you get that. What's your current proficiency bonus?
+3.
+4.
+4. Excellent. So that would mean that you actually have a +10 to the skill check with the tool,
Okay.
plus a D4 with guidance, and a D6
D6
with
Omen.
with omen.
4. Oh.
38.
What? Okay.
Because I rolled a 19 on the D20 and then plus
And then all your
everything.
pluses. Dear Lord. Okay. So, Tink, you,
Needs a grant.
you,
Big brain
dear
time.
Lord, it's Tinker.
It's a fucking Michael Reeves.
Dude, for real, you basically make the surgery robot.
She's just in there, just tinkering around on
Dude,
the inside.
okay, we'll talk about Michael Reeves later. I love him, and I want to talk about his fucking beer pissing robot.
I
Anyways,
love that.
so Tink, you get down on this thing's level, and you're flying around, and you're messing with it. You're even like going up, like flying inside to some of the like workings of it, very Ant-Man and in Iron Man-esque. You have a pretty solid understanding as to how this thing would work. With some time, like if you were to take like probably about 2 hours, you could probably piece this thing back together. So with that roll, I'm allowing you to reassemble this. I will give you the warning that like looking at this, you know that you can rebuild it to exactly how it was before. That being said, you don't know how that's going to interact with who it perceives as ally or hostile. So there is a chance that you rebuild this thing and it goes, oh, I need to burn this place to the ground.
Okay.
But it could also go that you rebuild it, and when you rebuild it, it's like, oh, this is the thing that created me as a construct, and it could perceive you as that. Mechanic wise, for how I'm going to roll that, I would have you roll a D100, and I'd give like set percentage chances. I will tell you that it's probably less likely for it to be like, oh, new creator, whereas I'm perceiving this more so as like, oh, I got fixed.
Okay.
So if you want to go down this path, I'd say go for it. It's going to take about 2 hours, and there's going to be a 60-40 split on whether or not it likes you or doesn't. 60 being it doesn't.
She's gonna fly back out to the party. Okay, so I can fix this, but it's gonna take a minute. Like
120 of them.
120 minutes. And I don't know if it's gonna like me or not. It might go back to what its original message was, or it might imprint on me. I don't know. So it might be a problem. Yes.
Wait, you
Because
can
I
fix
made it.
this?
Yeah.
I can fix it. Yes, I can fix it.
And they kicked
pretty
you
good.
out? You must have
They must have been in
really
jail.
ticked
They
your
were-
teachers off.
They were
think
jealous,
Yes,
man.
see, I'm not
You set
really
someone on
great.
fire?
I'm not. Let's put a pin in that. Listen, I'm not that great at the organization, like system things. I'm good at the knowledge. I'm not good at the obeying stuff.
All right.
Tank threw a wrench at the professor's face.
Hail Hydra.
Cannon.
That's why she's got Tavern Brawler.
All right, well, I'll take a short rest. If that's all right.
Yeah,
Get
if you
my
guys
wild
want a
shapes
short
back.
short rest while Tink. So what's the verdict?
Well,
We should probably
I
make some
think-
precautions in case it goes haywire.
I think this
Starts
decision
blowing
should be
stuff up
left to
again.
Mint somewhat as well. Mint, what do you think?
I think that now you, and he gestures at Tink. I'm very impressed with the fact that you can figure out how to put this all back together and all that. That being said, in the event that this thing wakes up and it likes you, it would be pretty darn rootin' and or tootin' to have one of these things to throw back at the others when they do inevitably send more. If you're confident that if it does go up and go haywire, that you can quickly dispatch it before it takes out any of my, very literal babies in the next room,
I mean, yeah,
I'm
sure.
here for it.
Question to the DM. Because Tank is so dutifully rebuilding this thing, could we get any information onto us as to what its stats might be? For example, armor classes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hit points, perchance.
Yeah, no, Tink basically would have at the end of this, the whole schematic as well. So basically anytime that you run into these things, you would know 100% how these boys operate.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I'll give you some information out the jump, and then I'll give you the rest of the information if you choose to complete the task. Out the jump, I'll tell you that you can tell that these things are beefy. I won't tell you exact HP until you completely rebuild it, but it's got a pretty thick health pool. Armor class wise, just looking at the metal, you would probably say 20 or 21. Looking at the drills and how it moves, you're all like, that thing can go darn quick. And then the two things that you would get before that is, hold on, let me pull up the stat block for this thing. Where's my tabs? Sorry. Very strong, strength of 24, looking at the pistons and the hydraulics and what operates its arms. So hits like a truck,
Plus
and
7 to
you,
hit.
yeah, +7 to hit.
Plus 7 to hit with a probable proficiency of plus 11-ish. Okay.
All right. Plan.
And how would its perceived wisdom of a automaton be?
Looking around at like the it's like the viewing lenses and stuff like that, and everything that you can discern, Tink, for like how it interacts with the world around it, you would guess that it's designed to look forward and spot rocks and cool metals. It's decent at it, but it's not like a security robot.
Interesting.
All right. I have a plan. So,
Let's hear it.
So between Tink, Dane, and I, we're basically the damage. I have the best round one out of us. So here's my thoughts. Tink, you're gonna be stuck building the robot, so you're out of the options for this plan. Give us I look over at Dane, 12-second warning. 2 rounds. Dane, get up Blade Song. Then the round before, Shadow Blade. Move into position up close. You, Marrow.
Huh?
We're gonna have to do this tomorrow because I don't think you have the spell prepared, but prepare the spell Flaming Arrows. You're gonna like light my arrows on fire. And you're gonna bless me. And I'm gonna go absolutely to town on this thing. Just in case.
All right.
That, I think, should be our plan. Why don't Tink, you get started on working on this? We can spend a long rest here. Prepare.
It sounds good.
Mint, how does that sound for you?
Where the hell is
Well,
fire arrows?
if we wait, my previous bolstering to our vitality may lessen.
There also might be another attack before then.
That's
I
true.
guess if that happens, we'll just deal with it.
Want flame arrows? Okay. Well, do you have flame arrows?
I do now. No, I need that long rest to switch it over
Yeah,
though.
need the long rest, yeah. Okay, well, there's no reason to. If we're not gonna do, then. Is there any other buff that I can get? I don't think I have enough damage to kill it. Wait.
In one round, we can handle this thing.
Yeah, I know, but
Uh.
I want to make sure. I don't want this thing to live.
Could also be your friend.
It could.
Do you have the spell Magic Weapon, Dane?
No, you're not.
Sag. Okay. Well, in that case, I think any plan is as good as any. I just need that bless.
All right, yeah.
Nah. Shall we try and build it? 50-50?
Someone is yelling outside.
All right. I did not hear any disagreement.
Yep, I didn't hear anyone say no.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I give Tink
might
the
as well
salute.
try.
All right.
Let us know. Remember, 12-second warning.
12 seconds. Got it.
Okay, so we're not long resting while this happens, correct?
No, but it will take 2 hours, so we can short rest.
Correct. Okay, so you guys can pop that short rest. Tink, while you work on this thing, go ahead and roll me a D100. I leave it up to you. Would you? Oh, you already rolled it. All right.
I didn't look at it. I didn't look at it.
And no, I'm sorry. I don't trust you.
Okay, fair.
Okay. So I'm superstitious about D100s. I think that the lower numbers get rolled more often. So, do you want the split to be 0 through 40 is the good stuff, or 61 through 100? So, like, if you roll 0 to 60, it turns on you. Or if you roll...
Do you want the
You know what I'm
lows to
saying?
be good or the lows to be bad?
Yeah.
2 lows. be bad.
Lows be bad.
Yes.
Okay. So roll a D100, 0 through 60. When it wakes up, it'll be cranky. You're not gonna know until it happens. So that's one thing I do need to clarify with y'all is if y'all are gonna prepare to hit it, you're probably gonna hit it one way or another.
I'll hold an action to cast a spell. Actually, I can probably tank this thing as a bear or something.
Yeah, if it's about to happen, then I'll go ahead and like up my stuff.
I might consider using your stars form instead and picking the form of the dragon.
Yeah, that might be the move.
So you can maintain your concentration on something.
That's a good idea. I'll do that.
So yeah, I got a 42.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on it.
You wouldn't have made it either way. All right. So Tink, over the course of a couple hours, starts to tinker on this thing and starts to work on it. There's little like sparks flying out of it and everything. She's got like a little super small, tiny soldering iron and like a little welding hood and stuff.
Is it dark in here?
No.
Oh. Fuck. I want an advantage. Okay.
Yeah, no, they got this place pretty lit. It's lit, fam. Anyways.
It will be dark eventually. Dark.
Yeah, eventually.
We got a Twilight Cleric.
Yeah, you rebuild this thing, you start to slowly build it up from the ground up, and you have it all completely reconstructed, and you're like in the back of its head, like tinkering, putting some wires back together, and then you hear this of like steam releasing and hydraulic fluid moving about in it as it starts to completely reanimate, and its like head comes upright and it looks over the party. And you see that its eyes change to a strange tint of red and the drills on its hands start to whir up. And we're going to have to do that combat next time because that's going to take a minute.
All right.
Alrighty.
Oh, boy. That's going to be fun. Can you tell me what I got on the Druid Vase?
Oh, on the Druid Vase. Yeah, so you rolled like a 12. Basically, it's...
Something like that.
Yeah, it was like mid-range. So basically the thing on the vase, it was like, here, take this piece of artwork that like explains our culture.
Okay.
So it's basically like the piece of art is describing like where they came from as their foundation of the mountains. And then like the second thing is like what is important to them, which is the importance of the natural order of things and the circle of life. And then it was a depiction of themselves at the top. It's not super deep or super heady, but it was like, hey, you represent some people. Here, take this thing that represents us.
Okay. Any druidic writing?
I'll tell you next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we get those like 12 seconds
12 seconds
to prepare that?
Yes, you will. So when we if you are okay with going like 15 over, we can do this fight right now. I think it'll probably take like 30 minutes.
I'm done.
Or 7:45.
I'm fine to go over a bit, but
I don't got work in the morning, so I'm good to go.
All right, yeah, let's do initiative order now then. Let's fight this thing.
All right.
Yeah, no, I was trying to get you guys to combat. I'm sorry.
Let's say 19 for me.
23.
I really want to win initiative because I don't want this thing to live very long. So I'm gonna add an ambush dice. That is an 18 plus an 8. That's a 26.
26.
Got a 16.
Dane, what are you at?
10.
10? All right. What's our boy?
Who did you cast Bless on in total, Jake? Because you can cast 3 people at first level.
You,
Dane, maybe?
Sure. What is it? It's just saving throws and attack
And
rolls.
attack rolls, yeah.
I guess those who are going to be hitting with attack rolls. So I guess you, Dane, and Tink.
Yep, that probably makes sense, yeah.
Where are my bonus actions? For those 12 seconds, are we able to take action and bonus action?
Yeah, go for it. Porky would be first.
All right.
With a, what, 26?
Yeah. So we're in the 12 seconds now. Does this count as the first turn of combat?
Luna, you get inspiration from chat. Thank you, chat.
No, technically, it wouldn't, would it? Because like
Yeah,
it's 12 seconds before it activates and before we actually enter
Yeah,
any
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of fighting.
Thank you.
Yeah,
True.
so So you guys swinging at the thing like before it's even finished?
No,
No,
we're
no,
just
no.
prepping. We're like
We're
prep
just
spells.
prepping. I'm
I
just
go into
asking.
start.
are you
Oh, okay.
count-
So these actions are for prep, right? This is not you're swinging at him.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then yes, go for it. 12 seconds to pop off whatever you need to pop off and prep.
The pre-battle buffs before we
Okay,
go
okay.
face
Yeah.
Melania.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
I was gonna be like, if you're swinging at the inanimate thing, then it's gonna like mess up Luna's like it's gonna mess up
Yeah.
Tink's like work while she's working on it. I was like, I don't think that works. Yeah, we'll just go through initiative order. Porky, what are you doing to start for your 12 seconds?
I'm gonna shape a portion of dirt as my action into a piece of cover. How much cover can I give myself with mold earth? Because I can move a 5-foot cube of dirt.
I mean, that's, in my
I can give
opinion,
myself-
easily half cover.
Yeah,
Maybe even 3/4.
I'd call it half.
All right. I'm gonna create cover as my action, and then as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Am I just doing both my actions both my things
Yeah.
at once? Next action, do a little dance.
Make a little love.
Make a little get down tonight. And then bonus action, the same, the very same. I don't really have much else to do until combat starts.
Okay, cool. Maro, you got any prep stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into starry form of the dragon. So you watch as on the outside of every single joint, a tiny little, not too bright star like appears on the ends of my knuckles and stuff like that. And when you make an intelligence or wisdom check on a con saving throw to maintain concentration, you treat 9 or lower on a d20 as a 10.
All right.
And that's what I got until we start.
All right. Deca D.
All right. For my action, I will do the bubble first. That way, everyone will get around to get 10 hit points.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'll cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And I'll roll for my hit points. 16 temp HP. And that's it for the first one.
Wait, what?
Oh wait, were we doing both?
Doing both. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
So for the second one, then I'll do Bless on Porky, Dane, and Tink. And that will be all.
Okay. And then Dane, because Tink, you're working.
Well, yeah. So first go around. I don't really have any actions, but I will use 2 bonus actions to cast Shadow Blade at third level and initiate Blade Song.
All right. Cool. And with all of that, the thing animates, and then we're going to come in at the top of the order, which is Porky.
All right. Porky is gonna load up that crossbow, and I'm gonna make 7 attacks with action surge, and I'm with
Let's
the
go.
blessing of biggest Duckus.
Here we go, chat.
At my heels. This is why Rangers can slap. All right, starting off real strong with a +6 minus, so it's an 11 plus 11 minus 5 plus 6, so that is 28 to hit.
28 will hit.
Okay, I'm gonna write down how many hits. These will be for my actions. Okay, that is another 28 to hit.
Yep.
Uh, 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Okay, that is my Gloomstalker attack. Action surge. 27.
27 will do.
This is why we love bless. Okay, there's my bad roll. That is a 10.
10 misses.
Okay. And Gloomstalker attack. 29.
29 will definitely hit.
And bonus action attack from Crossbow Expert.
Yep.
All right. Holy shit. 25.
That'll do. You only dropped one.
That is a full sling. I put that. I keep that thing on me. Okay, so it's got Hunter's Mark. So I've got, that is 6 hits. 6 hits. Yeah, I've got Hunter's Mark, so it's 2d6. So that is 14d6. That is going to be additionally, 2 of those have an extra d8 on them from Gloomstalker. And then 6 plus 15, 6 times 15 because of the sharpshooter, plus 90. Did I get all that? Yes, I did. Let's go. 50 plus 90. Wait. That is now. I completely forgot to do my superiority dice. I was gonna add that. Can I get strength saving throws from the thing, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 4 until it fails.
Okay, what's the DC?
DC is 4 plus 8, that's 12, plus 5, that's 17.
17?
Yes. I'm out of Battlemaster techniques now.
All right, that's a 27. Ooh. That's a 15. So yeah, fails.
All right, it gets knocked prone. Thus giving advantage to Dane and Tink.
All right, yeah, so this thing animates, starts to whir up its drills. Porky immediately just unleashes a maelstrom of fucking bolts at the thing, just obliterating the like tracks that it uses to maneuver at its base, and it keels over to one side and lands with a loud thud on the ground as you do how much damage?
158 damage.
158 damage, right on the average.
Hey, I told you I'm average.
That's good math. All right. After that sends us over to Marrow is up next.
I am going to attempt to entangle this thing. It needs a strength save of 15. It seems like a strong boy, but I'm looking at all my other options, and one of the other ones that really would be good is not viable.
Alrighty.
I can't cast Hold Person on it either because it's not a person.
Yeah. That's going to be a 31 on the strength save.
Damn! All right. That's my action. For my bonus action, I'm just gonna back up. I'm just gonna get to the back line by the Twilight Cleric and kind of be a little upsetty spaghetti that it did not work.
Okay, seeing as these vines that come up to try and entangle it they just get eaten up by the drills and all of the spiky bits on the thing. You back up and try to think of another plane of attack, which leads us to Deca D.
Right. Let's see. I'm going to
Decadence.
try to smack it with my spiritual weapon.
Go for it.
Give it to the bug.
If I was going first, maybe.
22 to hit.
Hits. Oh wait, your spiritual weapon would be more like that.
Yeah.
You have more than one bonk on hand?
No, I just combined the duck with the
So that's 13. What kind of damage is...
should be force.
Yeah, force damage. And that's bonus action, right? Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
So- These are all concentration.
Oh wait, yeah, is spiritual weapon and bless both concentration?
Nope.
A spiritual weapon is not. Spirit
good.
Guardians is. It's taking damage. I'll try Toll the Dead.
It will make a wisdom saving throw. Oh my god, that's his weakest stat, and it rolled a crit. Oh yeah, now that the thing has been built, 210 health, 21 AC, speed of 30, strength 24, dex 9, con 20, int 3, wisdom 11, cha 1.
So we unload, so it's looking low. We just need to finish
Yeah,
this
it's
thing off.
you just need to finish it off. Thing is also damage output is an average of like 30 per land.
Silvery Barbs.
Silvery barbs. Okey-doke. Oh my god, he rolled a 16. What's the
Dang it.
save?
16. Dang it.
If I had
Alright.
wheel instead of whoa, I'd be able to
Uh.
then make him subtract a d6 as a reaction.
You do still get to hand off that advantage to someone though, right?
Yeah. I mean, Bless already gives it to our 3 hitters, so I guess I'll just put it on me.
Solid.
Because I'll
Fair.
probably be dead by then anyway. So whatever.
Yeah. Alrighty, Tink, you are up. You have created this beautiful thing, and now you must take it out of this world.
Right, she's gonna cast Scorching Ray at this sucker.
Ooh.
Don't forget to add D4s on the hits.
Yep.
I have advantage because it's prone.
Yes. Well, she's like right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah. Actually, no. Hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna help you by not helping you. If she's right next to Offbeat, tell me the ruling of this because she would be within 5 feet.
Do you have crossbow expert?
No.
No.
Then
She'd
it's
be
gonna
at
be disadvantage.
Disadvantage because it's prone. It'll.
However, it's advantage because it's prone. Because you're making an attack roll within 5 feet, so it'd just be standard.
Yeah, it'd just be a standard roll.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
will use my reaction to give her a d6 on that attack.
There's many.
Okay, so D20. Roll a D20, a D4, and a D6 for each one.
Would I have attacked at advantage if it was prone with my spiritual weapon?
Wait, Feff, does Omen apply? Yes, you should have, Jake. Feff,
Attack
does
rolls.
Omen just apply to the next roll, or is all rolls for the turn?
It's individual.
Just the one? Just
Yeah.
the one? Okay, so just the D6 on one of those, Luna, sorry.
Okay. Okay, so we got a 21, a 22, and a
That'll hit.
17.
So 2 of those will hit.
Okay. And
You said Scorching Ray, right?
yes. That's 10 points of fire damage. Oh, I didn't even know. For both that hit.
10 in total?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys watch as the fire hits and scorches this thing. You see that the heat gets pulled into the metal and starts to sort of like make it malleable again. And those spots where it's like been dented by the spiritual weapon, it pops back out and reforms the solid carapace. Doesn't appear to have done damage.
Dang it.
Appears to have done the opposite. That's why I was like, yeah, roll with advantage. And I was like, wait, no. Anything else from you, Tink?
So she's just gonna frown, and then that'll be her turn.
You made this thing. You have to fix it. Dane, you're up.
All right. I guess I'm gonna run up and swing on it a bit with Booming Blade.
I'll use my last Cosmic Omen for him to get a plus 1d6 for that.
Is it? Okay.
One of the swings.
Okay. All right. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Dirty 20 is gonna miss.
All right.
Did you roll with advantage?
I did. Another dirty 20.
Yickies. So you swing down at this thing and both of these.
You're blessed. Did you add a d4?
Oh.
I didn't. Which would put both of those swings at least at 21.
Yep. So now
technically a 22 and a 24.
Okay, yeah. So now both of those connect. Give me that beautiful bean footage. Roll that damage.
Excellent. It will be some kind of damage. All right.
And if you're doing psychic damage, I need you to separate it out for me.
Okay. Yeah, this will be psychic.
Exclusively?
So 30. Hang on. Not 36. 44 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then let me get you the thunder damage. $11 additional thunder damage.
Okay. So this gets wacky. Was that one swing or both?
Both.
Both? Okay. So you notice that as the tendrils from the Shadow Blade trying to find purchase and deal psychic damage to this thing, they're just like kind of glancing off of its armor, not really to find anywhere to go or any sort of sentience to go after. So the 44 doesn't take purchase at all. It's immune to psychic damage. I should have said that when I gave you guys the full thing, but I just gave you the quick rundown. However, the thunder is doubled. It's vulnerable to thunder. So instead, you're going to end up doing the 22, which is going to put this thing up to that much. So the psychic didn't find purchase, but the thunder found double.
All right.
I'm going to go through its immunities real quick, just because I didn't cover those earlier, and you're supposed to have all of it. So immunities, fire heals it. Second, poison, immune. Psychic, immune. Non-magical attacks of any type, half damage. And yeah, and that's it. Condition immunities, charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, or poisoned. And that's it. Yep.
All right. Then I guess as my turn finishes out, I'll dismiss concentration on my Shadow Blade and pull out my rapier.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I didn't mean that to be as much of a feels bad as it ended up.
It's a feels bad.
I mean, it's like a gotcha moment. I told you guys that you were supposed to know everything about this thing, and I went, oh yeah, by the way.
You're good. You're
good, fam.
All right, cool. But that's gonna put us onto him. He's gonna take his multi-attack. He's gonna make 2 swings with his drill boys.
Is he gonna get up from prone first?
Yeah, he's gonna use half his movement to get up from prone. Gucci gang. Who's done the most damage?
Me.
Who you think?
Yeah. Are you like behind? Like how far away are you from this thing? I didn't ask.
I was like would have been like 30 feet back.
Okay, cool. So then it'll go for the people that are closer. It's gonna swing 1 each. It's gonna swing. How close are Dane and other homie?
Tink.
Deca D.
I'm
melee.
Probably
both in melee.
I don't know if he's yeah, he would have moved up. He's tanky.
Okay, cool. So first one's gonna go at Dane. We're looking. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, we're looking at a like a dirty 30 on that one. That's
For
gonna
me.
be- yeah, for Dane.
Yeah.
And 3. So the first drill is gonna come slamming down. We're gonna be looking at 7, a flat 20 damage of the bludgeoning variety. And
Alright.
then 4. What? It's gonna be going over to Deca D. We're looking at 21 to hit.
Hits.
21 will hit. All right, let's see. Roll.
First class I've played in a while that doesn't have shield. Feels bad. Well, I've already used my reaction, so it wouldn't matter.
Multi-class and the wizard just for shield.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, thank you, temp HP.
Yeah, for real.
Exactly 16.
Whew. And then we'll jump back up to Porky at the top of the order.
All right. Spin my crossbow around. Load some more bolts. Blam, blam. I'm going to move up now into melee because otherwise I'd have disadvantage because it's far away. I'm now going to get into melee. I have crossbow expert. Actually, no, wait. It's no longer prone.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
prone
gonna do-
anymore.
I'm
It's
not
stood
gonna
up.
do any of that. I'm not going to do any of that. Just shoot it. All right. That is 26.
Hits.
Attack number 2. Ooh, that's much less. That is 14.
Misses. Number to hits
Right.
21.
Bonus action. Okay. 27, so 2 hits.
27, so 2 hits.
1, 2, 1, 2 with plus 30. Let's see what this is. 19 plus 30, that is 49 damage. Pop, pop.
You shoot out both of these shots and lodge one of them each into each of the viewing lenses, and you hear the thing slowly power down as the drills fall limp to its side.
Nice.
All
Takes
right.
out crossbow bolts, spins them around feverishly too, loads them into Quill.
How many crossbows do you have?
I just have the one crossbow, but I've got so many Quills.
Fair.
If you want to replace your temp HP with a 17,
Nice
you may
job.
do that.
Thank you.
Well,
All right.
that was 2 hours.
That one.
Tink is gonna throw whatever tool she had in her hand at the moment just at its head, but she's like, "Why did you listen?"
I mean, what's stopping us from doing it again? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I think we let sleeping dogs lie. You did
Well-
good, Tink.
I give a fist bump of guidance just out of respect.
If anything, we know now that we can easily dispatch one of these things.
That is true.
We
So-
learned a lot, Tink.
Mhm. Easily isn't maybe the correct word, but we can do it reliably.
I'm gonna
In
hand
12
you
seconds.
the biggest strawberry you've ever seen in your life, Tink.
Drops it.
Tink.
As big as her head.
Big smile.
Does anyone want berries? I can get good berries real quick for us. Like actual good berries.
Oh,
I knew this one guy who just exclusively carried around droppings of shit.
sounds like a nerd.
Exclusively. That seems a little strange.
If you want to, because I'm assuming you guys are about to take a long rest down here. If that's the case, if you want to spend your downtime during the long rest, like analyzing like basically the processor of this thing, like its head, you can't reanimate this one, but in the event that you were to get another one that wasn't as badly damaged as this one that's been killed twice, if you can roll like a nice cheeky little arcana check to get a grasp on specifically how the brain works, I'll make your odds better if you were to attempt this later with a different one.
I'll do that.
But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Woo! Well, I mean, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for staying, going a little bit over. But yeah, we'll pick up next week. Handle Tink messing with the thing, long rest and all of that. But that's all I gotta say. Thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone who's here. That's about it. Offbeat, tell me things about your slutty necklaces.
Yeah, so these are $9. What up? My name's Offbeat Outlaw. I guess I'm a slut now.
Oh no.
I make Dungeons and Dragons YouTube videos, which is an excellent pickup line. You should watch them on YouTube. I make power builds. I'm just saying horrible things.
I'm just imagining you talking to some poor girl for the first time. You're like, yeah, I'm like kind of a big deal. I make Dungeons and Dragons YouTube videos. Like I make like power builds and like.
That is not what I say. What I say is,
What do you
go,
say?
Excuse me. They go, so what do you do? I go, I make YouTube videos for a living. And they say, oh, are they cool? I'm like, no. And then they say I make Dungeons and Dragons videos. And then they go, oh, cool. Aren't you so nifty, huh? They don't say that. I wish they did. But you can find me on YouTube. I make power builds, I make videos, I make tier lists, I make all sorts of things. Support me on the Patreon. Slide it on over to Jake.
Hello, I'm CritFailJake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. Are we doing like character bits?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want to talk about, man. Give me the lore. Give me the lore on or down.
I need to figure that out myself.
That's actually one thing I was gonna say.
I feel like we need to talk about like some stuff because like when you're like anyone who's been here knows this. I'm like I don't know what I know.
Yeah, we can sit down.
That way I can kind of like cut in and be like, oh, well, this is actually this thing because this, and I was like, I don't actually know anything about this flower. I know it makes you old, but that's it. So, he's a fanatical duck man, and that's who likes the night, I guess, to put it simply. Luna, go.
Hi, I'm LunaWolfSpirit. Find me on TikTok and Instagram. And Tink was so excited she could fix the thing, but is so mad now that it turned against her in the party. And so she's gonna try to fix that, find out what the problem is for future instances, because she's not gonna be okay until she figures it out. And yeah, it's for whoever said it, it's canon now that she got Tavern Brawler because she threw a wrench at a professor. Jared.
All right, yo, I'm Jared. Decidedly less anime shenanigans tonight, but that is okay. That is how the cookie crumbles, as they say. And I don't have anything else to say, so I'm now stalling with not a great amount of success.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here.
I was waiting.
Thank you so much for everybody who came in. Very excited. Also tune in on Tuesdays for our Avatar Legends stream. It is straight up Avatar. I'm playing an Earthbender. It's wild. We just met Aang, or we're about to, and that has me freaking out a lot because anyway, tune in then. Same time, 8 p.m. EST. Thank you so much for being here. Hit up the YouTube, Jake and SirFeffers for them good fully edited episodes. And join the Discord. And if you got any memes, throw them in the memes channel. They might end up on the Instagram. All right, everyone pile into this. Oh yeah, Marrow. Sorry, Marrow is feeling pretty useless because like. I would say almost every combat we've been in, he's had something fizzle on him. And while he's been doing a great job as a player, I'm very proud of Marrow. But Marrow himself feels pretty useless. And that's Marrow. All right, everyone pile into this raid. We're going to kick it with Youth Pastor Ryan. He's playing some Jackbox party games. So if you want to hang out with him, interact and play with the games and stuff, Jackbox has a fantastic integration there. And have a fantastic rest of your evening.